I'm back here in Bangkok, baby, for the Icon Series. Look behind me. These are the legends that are squaring up to win the $10 million hole-in-one 177-yard par 3. I am partaking in it. If you vote for me to do it, and I do it somehow, been practicing, obviously, not that well, then you could win $1 million. Time to stripe one down the middle of the fairway, hole 1, 32 degrees. Let's have a look. No talking. Oh, you. Yeah, I missed that one. It's alright, we got this one. Shut up, Hass. Back, forward. Hass, I'm being serious. Stop saying that because it's practice shots. It's hot. That'll do. Yeah, it's like a quicksand. Yeah, delete that bit, mate. Right, so with this one, what I'm aiming to do, whether I actually do it is different, right? But why are you laughing?
Hi, and welcome along to the weekend preview. We are here to look ahead to the games coming up at the weekend. Joining me, I've got...
Oh.
Now listen, to be fair to him, Doyle, his train's all... Hold on, Doyle lives in London now. And they said his train's all messed up and that.
I think he's coming from Liverpool, I think.
He's coming from Liverpool Street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right?
He was at the
on
match.
his way. We've got Matisse in the building.
Yes.
We've got Abbi Summers in the building. And, of course, still waiting on his apology. But
honestly, I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this, though, before we carry on. I may speak to you through them.
Okay.
So
is this after his behaviour?
Yeah, because I've watched it back. I still haven't had an apology. I'm being serious. So anything, I might do an Andy Cole, Teddy Sheringham thing where Coley had to talk through like Roy Keane and them man to get to Teddy Sheringham.
Yeah,
you like each other.
Okay.
You know what, right?
So boy, I don't know. If I need to speak to him, I'm gonna look at you and get you to pass it on and vice versa. Yeah?
Sure.
You know what, right? I was at the game.
Let him look at you. You look at me, and I'll pass it on.
I
Yeah.
was at the game last night.
Sounds
right?
good.
And so many fans have counted and go, Rob, well done, mate. Your apology.
Oh, you see them.
He goes, apologise to him. He goes, what ain't that? Hey.
Oh, imagine you all come together.
I'm not going to give you all the expletives they were giving me about you.
I'm sure.
We'll see them. We'll see them.
You know that song, You've Seen the Bubble? Home.
Yeah.
Right, a lot of that was in it. You know what I mean? Right. But anyway, AGT. As you know, he's not here. We've got Doyle coming in from me. We'll be here in a minute. But AGT's actually out in Bangkok. Gets some good gigs, this guy, isn't it?
He really does.
In Thailand at the moment, taking part in the $10 million swing. A hole-in-one competition with some of the biggest ex-football stars. You would have seen him doing interviews with people like Theo Walcott. DR Sports is partnering with Icons and offering free fans a chance to win $1 million each. You just got to choose the iconic footballer, or AGT, who you think will get a hole-in-one. If you want to enter, the link is in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. Think AGT can do it?
No, I'm not backing AGT. No. I'm going to enter, though.
I'm going to enter.
I'm going to enter.
I'm going to pick Andy Coleman.
I'm going to pick Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale is a shout.
Gareth Bale loves golf. Literally loves golf. What was it he said? Wales, golf, Madrid.
Yeah.
Like,
Spurs not in it.
No, but he loves us. He was still when he's doing like punditry, he still refers to us like when he's talking about us, he goes we.
Does he still do the?
So you know what? I was about to go for Gareth Bale, but like he's backing you, like then that means right, he's going to miss that hole-in-one. I'm going for AGT, man. I'm going to back AGT. He's not bad at golf, you know.
Fairs, you don't want to win.
Fairs,
Not bad.
yeah.
You know,
Clearly you're sort of.
nah, but you know sometimes a hole-in-one's a lot.
Get luck, yeah,
Just shank
it's true.
that and
It's
thing,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So if you want to watch it, right, it's actually happening on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Right, the link and information on how to watch it is in the description below. So make sure you check it out. But big up AGT over there. He's doing some great interviews over there. We're going to start off the show with a quick recap of the games last night. Of course, it was the Champions League last sort of games in the opening group stages. And some of the results, Arsenal beaten by Carrot by 3-2. That meant that they weren't just. Right, they got a goal right at the. How we didn't win that game about 6.
Still shell shocked, isn't it?
But
from Sundays.
Yeah.
It takes time to get out your system.
Yeah, can't see.
Yeah. Top of the Champions League group.
Just like Liverpool were last year. Yeah,
8 wins out of 8, a new record. Well done to Arsenal. It doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but listen,
could have finished 8th. Is the same
still
thing.
good. Still good.
You
No,
always have
but
to be
by
in it.
finishing.
You weren't even in it.
The actual good thing actually is by finishing first, what it does do is means that all of your games, and I think even down to fourth, innit?
Yeah.
Means that all of your games are second game's always at home, that is a bit of an advantage. So
Tottenham fourth is mad.
Mad!
Just proves that it's not a proper competition. So when people are like, you're not even in it, them being fourth in it shows that it's not a proper competition. Rather not being in it anyway.
Hold on.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We're only in it because of you.
What in the cope?
That's true. She's in it because of you.
Because of you.
Same with the poor final last year. Those two teams don't deserve to.
Well, Tottenham Hotspur going away and beating
Rather
Frankfurt.
be in there merit, mate.
Beating Frankfurt by... Listen, I think you should stay silent right now. We're not really discussing things that are really...
Don't concern you. It don't concern you.
Discussing things that have a lot to do with you.
I've turned up to work here for a weekend preview. It's not looking back. This is a preview. It's supposed to be looking forward.
We'll get, are you
but what happened?
Are you trying to
talk
to
what
Rob?
has context for moving forward.
I'm talking to you,
So
but you know who
context.
who I'm really talking to.
To me and then to him.
I've come here
Yeah.
for the weekend preview.
Yes.
So if you don't want me to preview any of the games,
Yeah.
why have I been invited?
Them yet. We're not
So I'm not needed. So
No, we will be, but
This
we're
is
providing context for the
Yeah.
preview.
There's no context.
Who shall I tell you?
Weekend
What
preview.
he's saying, basically, via Matisse to me to you, is that he doesn't want to chat because he's not in it. So there wasn't much point of him actually coming this early. He might as well just get.
That's not
get
what
to
I'm
it.
saying.
So if
I'm
I
saying
could
change the name
tell
of the
me
show.
to tell Matisse, and Matisse will tell him.
Okay, if I tell Matisse and to tell you, right, to tell
Yeah.
him to shut up. Because right now, this segment does not really concern
Right,
you too
Matisse,
much.
you say to him, make me. The same way you wouldn't give me an apology, I'm not going to shut up. I have a voice.
He said, "Make me."
Yeah.
Right, because this does not concern you too much.
It doesn't
right?
concern you.
Right, but Tottenham, big win for them, going away and beating Frankfurt 2-0. That means that they finished fourth. Massive win for Chelsea, away at Napoli. Not an easy place to go, even though Napoli haven't performed well in these group stages, but João Pedro with a winner there. We'll touch on those, but they won that by 3 goals to 2. Manchester City beating Galatasaray, the worst travelling team. At home, they're good. They never travel well, them Turkish teams. They beat them 2-0. That meant that they qualified. Good result for Newcastle, even though they didn't get in the top 8, but getting a good draw away at PSG. They drew 1-1. Liverpool into the top 8 as well, beating Karabag by 6 goals to 0. Really impressive win for them. So the result of that is, 5 English teams finishing in the top 8. Very, very impressive, kind of showing the domination of the Premier League in the competition so far this season. And one of the most impressive results on the night was that unbelievable, crazy game over there in Portugal, where Benfica, they needed win by 2 clear goals to get into the knockout phase of the qualification. And they did it by beating Real Madrid 4-2. The goalkeeper coming up at the end.
What a header.
And scoring a header. Apparently, Jose Mourinho was saying he didn't even realise at first.
Yeah.
He didn't even ask him to go up there.
That they weren't going to be going through. And then
made
when
his
he
subs.
realised that they needed a goal, he sent him up
Yeah,
there.
because he made the subs
Yeah.
as to what it was, and he thought that was enough. And then after he made the subs, they were like, "No, we need another goal." And he was like, "Well, there was nothing I could do." I mean, that was honestly, we were doing it live.
Showing his
we
age
were
there,
doing the
isn't
watch
he?
along last night. Yeah. No, I don't think he was told. But either way, we were doing the watch along last night, and we actually couldn't. We could it's one of those like heritage moments. Like,
Yeah.
it was so good.
Yeah.
Loved that proper football moment.
Yeah. So as it stands, the top 8 were Arsenal finishing top, Bayern Munich 2nd, Liverpool 3rd, Spurs 4th, Barcelona 5th, Chelsea 6th, Sporting, a real surprise there, getting into 7th, and Manchester City scraping in there at 8th. That means that teams like Real Madrid, Inter Milan, PSG, Newcastle, Atletico, all into the playoffs. That playoffs is going to be really, really exciting. I'm going to ask you guys about your games, just quickly before we go into it. And also, do you like this new format?
Now that I'm in it, I don't know, because it's more games, isn't it? And more games for the players probably means the quality might drop off over the course of the season. Players probably could do with less games, more rest, more recovery, more time. So I don't really know if I want more games. However, I did enjoy the last day. The last day, yesterday was fun. All the games on at the same time, all the jeopardy, watching all the teams go up and down into automatic, out of automatic qualification. So that was probably the highlight for sure, the end of it. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of matches, man.
I agree with you. I think I feel like also because it carries on into the new year. Like we're just very used to how we've all grown up that it just stops before Christmas and then you have your little break and that's that. But I do enjoy the last day of it.
I'm enjoying seeing like Bodo Glimt and
I
these
love
new
it.
teams coming in as
Yeah.
well, because they've actually been really good. Some of
Yeah.
them, they've made some big
It
big
gives
results.
other teams
It
more
gives
of a
them a
chance,
chance,
doesn't
innit?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's benefits to it.
It was like that last year as well.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
just
PSG were in trouble.
Yeah.
Real Madrid were in trouble. Man
Yeah.
City were in trouble. And then they all ended up getting through in the end. But then, was it Real Madrid, Man City in that playoff thing last year?
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't it?
Yeah.
I want to say it was.
PSG snuck in, but then this is the thing.
They
if-
won like 4 in a row, PSG.
in the old format, it would have been easier for the big teams to just get knocked out. Like Barcelona, back-to-back seasons just went straight through to the Europa League because they couldn't get
Yeah,
the
it dropped
top
down.
two.
Yeah.
Man United have gone out. Chelsea won it and then went
A lot
out.
of big teams dropped
So
down,
it's
yeah.
like, I feel like it's easier for the big teams to go through at least to the playoff, and then you're probably going to get a decent draw in the playoff over 2 legs as well. It's not easy for a smaller team to beat you over 2 legs. You're
Yeah.
more likely to get through.
Yeah.
So I think UEFA, for them, it's a masterstroke. More games.
Yeah.
They're selling the smaller teams are getting in, but the big teams always probably will get to the last 8 or the last, So and we're getting more money. So
And they generate more money.
Yeah.
And
So-
they're adding in one of them bragging right games as well. So like in these 8 games,
Mm.
you're getting like at least one big game with
Yeah.
all the teams.
Yeah.
So like you played Barcelona, you played
Yeah.
Bayern,
PSG.
yeah,
PSG. You played PSG,
Yeah.
Newcastle. Like so that in the state, and then you get the chance to like beat them, and then like you don't have to go back to their place. You can just beat them and just go back.
Just
to your
dip,
business.
yeah.
So like Bayern was saying, oh wait till we see you next like further on in the
Yeah.
competition.
yeah.
So
Nice. There's pros to it, I
Yeah.
think. Just
Spurs.
what
Talk to me. How are Spurs like? How are you so bad in the Premier League, but fourth
Fourth.
above Barcelona?
Certainly wasn't on my bingo card. I mean, to be fourth in the Champions League, it's weird. We've
What's
got
the
this.
difference?
I think it's the fact that we have so much more time and space on the ball in Europe. Like you see so many teams in the Prem struggle each week. Like Chelsea aren't particularly consistent in the Prem. Arsenal have struggled in recent weeks as well. Like obviously we are terrible in the league. But you just get so much more space to do things. Like someone like Xabi Simons, it's a field day for him, And we seem to have this other rule that, like, in the Prem, Thomas Frank will not allow shots from outside the box because of these weird percentages that he goes off. Whereas in the Champions League, like, everyone's far more attacking. There's runs being made in behind, through the channels, like, shots from outside the box. It's just strange to me how you can just be 2 complete parallels. But this record of us, I think it's like 26 now. We're unbeaten in Europe. Like it's weird, proper weird when it comes to home games as well.
Anthony Gordon spoke about this as well.
Yeah.
In the presser, he was saying that in the Premier League it's physical. Like it's just a battle. Every duel is constantly. That's the focus. The intensity is really high. It's almost like, and I'm not saying the technical level is higher than we think necessarily, but it's almost like they're exhausting themselves just trying to compete. And then when they're on the ball, that's not only are the spaces closer and it's maybe tighter, but also they're just mentally just drained from just competing. Whereas in the Champions League, like you say, you get loads more time, loads more space.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit more of an express yourself, a flair.
Yeah,
And
which is unfortunate because actually I would like to see that more in the Prem. Like I don't understand why obviously the league is different, but why I can't see that version of Spurs turn up in the Prem
well,
or give it a
Frankfurt,
go.
German teams just don't defend as well.
It is different.
It's
It
the
is
defensive
different.
side of the game.
It is different demands, but at the same time, like, why can't we be a bit more expressive in the league? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why Thomas Frank is so.
But I think
It's more difficult. There's low blocks. The blocks are deep.
Yeah, but even the runs
the
though.
intensity.
Yeah.
Like you'll get a harder game against Burnley than you get against Frankfurt.
I agree with
like,
that.
Even, and this is not new. Like even last year, look at the state of our 2 teams getting to that final.
Yeah, yeah.
We slapped up flipping Sociedad like 7 something on aggregate.
Yeah.
But in the league can't buy a win.
And where would Sociedad be in the La Liga probably that
Exactly.
season?
Do you think it's the
Like,
fact that
I think the 4th team in La Liga finished, what they say, 35th or something?
yeah.
In the thing.
So
Yeah, in the
is-
Champions
So
League.
it's
Is
it
it the
just
fact
shows
that when you're playing in Europe, other leagues, you can see there is a real lack of not quality, but as in like I think we talk about this quite a lot actually in terms of their competitive games. Like we may look at Barca and Madrid or Atletico Madrid, for example, but apart from that, like over the course of a season, they don't really probably have more than like 4-5 teams that are difficult tests for them.
There
And
is
the
shock
same
results
probably
as
with,
well.
with Germany.
But I don't know if that's... It's the thing, because when Premier League fans speak like this, the La Liga and the Ligue 1 and the Serie A fans...
They all
goes,
pop up.
you don't know what you're saying.
Serie A is
It's
probably
Serie A is
most-
super competitive, yeah.
the most.
But then, like,
It's
you
just
do
physicality.
see Real Madrid struggling to Etche and... You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it
You
does
do see that.
happen,
So it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like they're not dropping points over there.
It's not big news over here.
But I don't know. I don't think the intent... The one thing I'm damn sure on is the
that.
intensity is not as
That's what
high
it is.
Yeah.
over in those
Duels,
leagues as it is over here.
intensity.
There's no way.
It's
not as
Less
draining.
physical,
It's the physicality.
Yeah.
I personally don't think those leagues the Premier League is much harder than them leagues, right? It's not even, it's no, to me, it doesn't mean that, because you've got powerhouses in this. So you've got powerhouses in Bayern, Real Madrid, Barca. These are powerhouses in their leagues, yeah? But the leagues overall, I think this is obvious what you're seeing here, right? When you look at the top 8 and you've got Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea, City, some of them teams ain't even been that fluent this season, all in that top 8.
I mean, look, we are a prime example of
Premier
that.
League is stacked full of and a team like Bournemouth can take Evan Nilsson off of Porto for 40 odd
Exactly.
million.
Yeah, that's
You hardly got any teams in Portugal that would be able to do that apart from Benfica, Porto. That's it.
Sporting.
Sporting,
So
maybe.
so for me, like, what
Sporting
version?
don't really buy players for 40 odd million.
No.
What version of Spurs do I go with then? Like, what is the real version?
The Premier
The
League
real
one.
version is the Premier League. that's where you're from.
Absolutely.
That's your.
Just enjoy the Europe though. It's fun.
It's,
Go with the one that tells you.
I
you're
was
crap.
trying to
Bread
I was
and
trying
butter
to figure
version.
this out. I was like,
38
have
games.
we been like reading this all wrong? And
No.
like Thomas
No,
Frank,
you're
hold on, let
cooked.
me land. Have we been reading this wrong? And Thomas Frank is like, well, I've saw what Ange did, so I'm going to try and replicate it.
Well, you think
I'm
you
just
can win
going
the
to like
Champions League?
be 17th, and we're going to go all in on the Champions League and maybe get relegated at the
I-
same time. I don't know, but I'm like, is that what you're
yeah,
doing?
but you
to
won't be
me?
playing United in the final. You'd be playing
Yeah,
like
you play big man.
a team that will actually beat you.
You
Bop
can't
you.
fluke it. in
I'm
the
just
Champions
you're
League.
not
trying
fluking
to have a
this thing.
look. I'm just trying to see what he might be doing.
Have
Has
a look.
he?
You might have
Have
to
a
buck
look.
up on
We'll have a
Arsenal
look.
with 2 legs in the semis and all that.
Don't
We'll have a
maybe
look.
don't. Could you imagine
No,
it?
you have to
No,
play
that's
English.
that scenario could actually play out. An Arsenal Tottenham semi-final.
That would
Right.
be.
That could actually play out.
Am I the only one that wants the English teams to face each other in the knockouts?
I want to see that.
You're gonna get a lot of that.
You want us to? You want us to play? You want?
I want to see.
So
I want to see you.
Okay, you're probably gonna.
So
Yeah,
you
I
against
want.
Arsenal.
Bro, I want
Just-
Liverpool. I have not had Liverpool in years.
I
That
don't
was
want
like.
that.
Bring it back.
I
Run
just-
it back.
I
I
actually
definitely
think
don't
playing England teams are
I
hard.
don't want that.
But just going back to it, right? Just going back to it,
Imagine
as an example, what we're seeing
No.
this morning, Crystal Palace, right, have agreed a fee of £50 million for Strand Larsen, yeah?
Oh, they're getting him.
From Wolves, yeah?
50 million.
So that means Mateta's going to go Forest.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a great example
right?
of what we was talking
But
about.
that's a
gonna
great
go-
example of what we're talking about, innit? That Crystal
50 M's.
Crystal Palace can pay £50 million for which team, apart from the big teams
Yeah.
in, say, even La Liga, can do that?
No, the finances are way.
50
It's not even
million.
worth 50 M's though, is
No,
it?
it's not.
No.
it's
And
not.
Palace can do that.
Yeah,
He's a nice player, but 50 M's.
We're talking 30 tops.
That is the
35.
difference. That is why.
They paid 35 for
That
Brennan
is why the
Johnson.
English
Crazy.
teams are so much stronger.
50 mil for Strand Larsen.
Yeah,
This league is mental.
yeah,
He had,
50
he
million.
had a good season last year. This year, obviously, Wolves
We're talking
have been
about 50
indulgent.
million
It's
pounds.
Wild.
Crazy.
For a team that's definitely getting relegated. by
And
the way.
remember, they paid 35 million for Brennan Johnson.
Yeah, it's insane. I saw
So they would
such-
have spent 85
saw a
million
great
pounds
tweet
in
the
this
other
transfer
day.
window.
What those
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
That's dark.
That's the budget of probably Villarreal for the whole of their, that's the difference. Let me get into a few super chats before we start chatting about the Premier League. Louise says, Robert Lyle, don't think I forgot Monday. Run that apology to Flex immediately. Good luck with that. But Jansa says, Man United's one remaining trophy to go for this season is to finally let the man get a haircut. I believe in you. Yeah, hey, hold on. How many games in a row is it?
No, we're only at 2. We got to 3 under Amorim.
No, how many is it?
Needs 5.
Who've you got? So you got Fulham?
It's possible. We got Fulham, then we got Spurs at home,
Yeah.
and then the away to West Ham.
Hey, he could get the haircut, the guy.
Could you imagine?
He could get the
He'd be out of
haircut.
a job.
Come and get a draw. Never know.
Well, no, you never know.
When he does that haircut, they should do it on the pitch. Like,
Yeah.
They won't.
Stretford end might not like it.
Yeah, whoa.
Match
I'll
going
come and
fun.
have a bit of
Man
fun
went to
with
the
it.
game and they started pulling up. his
Yeah,
hair
I
and
saw that.
attacking
Yeah,
it.
that was
Idiots,
wrong.
man.
Ogin Yemit says Champions League final, extra time, last kick, penalty of the game. They've all missed their previous pens. Who's taking it for you? Haaland, Mbappe, or Kane?
For the pen.
I would.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mbappe.
Kane.
Kane for the pen.
Wait, Haaland, Mbappe, or Kane?
Yeah.
Kane.
For a match-winning pen, I'm
Oh.
going Kane.
Yeah, it's got to be Mbappe, man.
What, for the match-winning penalty?
Bro, no, you see Kane
Yeah, I'm going
when we
Mbappe.
was at.
I mean, you
was
see the
there.
World Cup?
Were you
Yeah,
there?
but
Were
come
me and
on.
you there?
Yeah,
The
Mbappe,
penalty,
yeah.
the ball
All
nearly
right,
hit us
what-
in the head.
Kane's great.
How many
Kane's
pens has
great,
Kane
but when the
missed in
pressure. No, but when the
Pressure. It's
Mbappe,
Mbappe.
bro.
I'm going Mbappe.
Pressure
I'll be
makes-
honest.
pressure makes
You-
diamonds,
you-
mate.
Actually, we saw
Me and you
Mbappe come
stood
on. They got nearly a hat-trick. He got a hat-trick in the FA Cup.
Yeah,
FA Cup
World Cup
World Cup final. That's what I'm
we
saying.
were there.
Yeah,
We were there.
Yeah,
And we were there when
Mbappe,
that ball
bro.
nearly
Bun
hit us in the
Kane,
head.
man.
I'm going Mbappe, bro.
Clara
Don't
Bitsy,
deserve him.
Clara Bitsy says, Robbie, you said that Scholes was salty when he made comments about Arsenal, But what about your own invincible Patrick Vieira questioning Arsenal's mentality to get over the line? He questioned it.
Didn't
That was
Arsene
a little
Wenger
bit
as well?
different to what Scholes said,
Didn't
you know,
Arsene
where he
Wenger
was being a bit salty.
Didn't Arsene Wenger say something as well the other day
Yeah,
about the way you play?
yeah, fair enough. They're pundits.
Just your legend.
Alice Tabogia says, congratulations to everyone who qualified for the Champions League knockout and flex.
Original.
Ash Wilson says, heard Arteta has taken the Arsenal squad to the dairy this week to practice bottling it. Apple crumble, more like Arsenal crumble. Okay. Clara Bitsy says, also, what are the panel's views on Robbie being a celebration police on hating on Carrot celebration?
Were you?
What, you didn't let them celebrate?
No, listen, what it is, right?
When he starts off like that.
With what it is.
Listen, what happened was,
What it
right?
is,
This is
right?
what it was.
Did you see the game, right? So you haven't. So
I've seen the goals.
So I'm about to explain to you.
You best not be doing
They
the
got a
celebration.
penalty, right?
Yeah.
It's about,
Rightly so.
They got a penalty. It's about 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
He scored a penalty.
Yeah.
But the celebration, I urge you lot to go back. He's celebrating. He's going in front of like the Arsenal fans. This is why I'll say it, right? Not the celebration. He's in front of the Arsenal fans. He's doing this sort of celebration where he's going like this.
That's a
and
that's a
and
huge
he's
moment.
going mad at
Emirates.
it. And then he's got.
When is he ever going to
listen,
get to
I'm
score at
looking
Emirates
at
again?
I'm looking at it and I'm
He
saying,
keeps
hold on.
proving himself.
Hold on. I'm
They're
looking
never
at it and I'm
gonna get a
thinking,
moment like
bro,
that again,
you're
probably.
celebrating like, you know, the mocking celebration of the Arsenal fans. And I'm like, bro, it's 1-1
Yes.
after about not even 10 minutes. You got the whole game. Is that a wise thing to do?
No, but that's
Rap, man.
No,
Let
yeah,
them have their
your
moment.
celebration, but there's a celebrating when you go, you do them ones in front of the fans.
Yeah, so
mocking.
you just go mash them up and beat them
Yeah.
6-1 or something. Or do, just mash
He
them
might
up.
be he might be a United fan. He might be a Chelsea fan.
Might be a Tottenham
Yeah,
fan.
Tottenham
He's
fan.
never gonna get
He's
that
from Brazil.
chance to
He's a
do
Brazilian.
that again.
It's called Jorginho.
Fair, but he's never gonna get that chance
I
to do
agree.
that again, right?
Oh.
Kazakhstan team at the
fans are
Emirates
so
with an
touchy.
equaliser.
I'm gonna
When you
set
damn
something
well
straight in
know
a
you're
sec,
probably
hang
gonna
on.
lose, so you can't.
I just felt
you ain't got much-
I didn't have
you
a
gotta-
problem
you
with the
gotta do it.
Why
celebration.
are they
It was
so
the
emotional?
it was the
don't know
mocking
why.
celebration. The
Why
mocking
do you
thing.
Grow
care?
up. Meanwhile,
You're beefing.
Big
You're beefing
Arsenal,
Kyrat
you're the
now.
best.
You're
You're the
beefing
best
Kyrat.
team
You're
in
beefing
Europe.
Kyrat.
And
Bro,
the minnows come to the
Little
mighty
Kyrat.
Arsenal, the greatest. Shout out Ty, the greatest team in
Even
Europe.
all-
And the
all the
little
lads.
man. This is basically like Halifax Town
Yeah.
playing you, man.
Yeah.
So what?
See, that's
Why
the
do you
difference,
care?
right? Because you, as
Why
I
do
said to you
care?
last week,
You're
right?
the mighty Arsenal.
As I said to you, you're from the same end. So what would we be saying? Hey boy, hey boy,
meanwhile,
behave yourself.
I would
So
just,
you just
I would,
roast him up, innit?
I would
Which is
just
what we
like to
did.
say,
Which
if
is
you
what we
want to
did.
do the celebration, please, right? So we were here for the
I'm
watch
not even-
along
I'm not
last
even-
night.
I'm not celebration police because
Well, it seems like you're pleased.
no,
with it.
enjoy it. I remember watching their last game and they lost 4-1 to Bruges.
Right.
And when they scored their goal, I think that was the first goal they scored or something. They went wild, and I understand that, but it's the mocking nature of it.
Grow up.
No,
It's
you're-
Kyra.
you're
Last
good.
last
You
night,
know what? You're too invested.
Wonder boy.
last
too
night
invested.
below.
You got to just.
Right.
You lot was doing an AFTV watch along, right? Below at half time when I had a little break, the celebrations, they were so loud. I walked in there. I said, "You're playing Kyra. Like, can you calm
And
down?"
you're already through.
And you're already through.
It was
And
just it was
guaranteed top.
ridiculous.
So why
it
are
was
you
ridiculous.
over-celebrating
Why are
then?
you
Why are you
over celebrating for
over-celebrating?
beating little Kyra?
I'm gonna watch along doing this.
look, they're
No
moaning.
way.
Kyra.
No day.
Right.
was
It's
it.
Kyra.
Oh, bro.
Over Kyra.
Was it Cecil on the watch along?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like that.
wow.
They moan when we're
wow.
miserable.
See?
Oh wow.
They
So
moan
why are
when
you
we're
not
miserable.
over-celebrating then against little minnows?
Right,
For
they
shit.
moan
What's the
when-
point celebrating
Even
against them, man?
Gyökeres scored. Come on, like
Man found his level, you man celebrating.
all your strikers found their level.
Couldn't do
didn't
that
they,
against
last night?
Maguire and them, man, but he
Yeah,
does it
yeah.
against unlocked characters.
Well,
on
maybe if
Tekken.
Maguire was in this, we could have done it
What was
against
that
him.
Madueke shot as well that I saw?
Oh my God.
What was
man.
that
The
Madueke
man even
shot?
got pictures of the
Madueke was
AFC.
See that Madueke shot on Twitter?
He was on a mad.
What, he done a mad shot? I didn't see.
He done a mad shot.
Was it worse than Gyökeres' one out for a throw?
I don't know if it was a shot or a cross or whatever, bro. That was crazy, man. When he did that, I was like, oh my
He looked at
God.
Gyökeres and thought,
Anyway, let me move on. Io says, do we really, if you need, bro, the grammar's all over the place. I'll have to come back to that one. This one here, random man says, Palmer, Bruno, Elise, Yamal, what do these players all have in common? They all have less GA in the Champions League than Saka, but the narratives will continue. Right, let's move on to the Premier League. Of course, there's some big games happening this week. Let's start off with 3 o'clock kickoff, Leeds versus Arsenal. Big test for Arsenal after losing last week against Manchester United. Of course, 4 points clear now. But if they were to slip up in that, and with City playing against Tottenham on Sunday, Villa playing, it could be reduced to a point. But
Inshallah.
on the other hand, if they win it, they put 7 points clear and put a lot of pressure on those two the next day. Tough game. Leeds never easy to go to. Leeds have been decent.
I wish this was a
Taking
12. I
3
wish
points
this
off
was a
the top
12:30 kickoff.
No, I wish it
I
was
wish
a
it was a late
5:30.
kickoff.
Yeah, it needs to be under the
I
lights.
want
No,
it to
see,
be
I
a
think
Monday,
Arsenal-
8
No,
p.m.
Leeds.
No,
Leeds under the lights
Flex,
at Ellen
8
Road.
p.m.
I would
Monday.
have fancied a 12:30.
You needed a late kickoff. 8
A
p.m.
Monday night?
Speaking of Leeds
Oh.
fans, they're saying they don't really get up for it when it's like daytime, but under the lights.
Under
at
the
Ellen
lights.
Road.
You're talking about under the lights. Last time we went there was no lights. They had a power cut.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that game?
Even
Do you remember
better.
that?
Play
Was that
the
the
dot.
Was that the Pepe one?
Even better.
When he got sent off?
No, there was a game.
no,
Because
they've
they
been in more
weren't
recently.
here last season. It was the season before. innit?
Yeah.
I remember the game was about a
Power
kick.
cut.
The game
That's a
nearly didn't
tactic
happen.
flex.
Is it?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
power
See if you
cut.
man can play in the dark.
Try to look off the
power cut in the
lights.
game.
Good, yeah.
But yeah, like, listen,
Be able to hear each other.
What do you think about this game?
big game. This is a massive game. It's a pressure game for Arsenal because I did think here comes Doyle's in the building.
Here he
Big up
is.
to him.
There.
He finally made it. As I said, just before we get stuck into it, I was saying that we full of understanding because he's coming from Liverpool, and then I remembered you only coming from Liverpool Street. Why are you late?
It took me 4 hours to get from Liverpool to here, mate.
Oh, so you were actually in Liverpool?
Yeah, I was in Liverpool. I went to go and watch the game. I was celebrating 6-0.
I was going to say, the day you actually, like,
I was about
loads
to,
of
and
goals,
that's
you
why
win.
I'm here, lad. Yeah, I've still got my bloody band on. I couldn't get it off because I haven't got no scissors or nothing.
Well,
I
we
was
finished
not
talking
missing
about
this.
that. Now we're moving on now to the Premier League.
No.
Hey, we ain't come to my
You're only as
game.
good as your last
Hey,
game.
we
So.
ain't come to my
No,
game.
if you're late, you've not earned the right to
We
talk
ain't come
about
to my
that game.
game.
Yeah,
Every
but we're
time I come here,
Oh,
we've
yeah.
got a
Oh,
loss.
yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
have
but
some
my
game was
victory
actually good as well.
My
celebrations
game was
as well.
good. We need to be
João
talking
Pedro
about my
was
game.
wicked.
We're going to talk about, actually, what we do is when we get to your
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
we can touch on what you did in the Champions League.
Yeah.
But we're just talking about Leeds versus Arsenal. Listen, I saw nerves in that Arsenal game against Manchester United, right? And Mikel Arteta said in his press conference about how these players need to embrace the pressure, which they're going to have to do now because every one of these games is going to be serious pressure. And it starts with this one. And this is serious pressure because they have been decent at home, Leeds. They do have the ability to take points off top teams. They drew on Monday against Everton. Watched the game. First half, Leeds were good. Second half, I thought
Hanging on a bit.
they were really hanging on. It's going to be a really interesting game. Arsenal, of course, rested literally the whole team last night. Made 11 changes. There was no Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Saka, Declan Rice, Marina, all of those players.
Wealth of options.
So it's a very important game. Havertz came back last night and scored and looked good for Arsenal. Gyökeres was on the score sheet again 2 weeks in a row for in the Champions League. So this is a very important game for Arsenal. And I do think we'll win it. I think it's going to be tough, but last couple of times we've played Leeds at Ellen Road, we have won the game, although it's been tough. So I'm going to go for Arsenal winning it. But what do you guys think?
Arteta, listen, seen the press conference. He's saying what we're going to do is we're going to enjoy this thing, and
right to say that.
we're all getting on these boats. Hopefully, the fans get on it with us because this is what we're on now.
What boat is it?
We're going to play. We're going to express ourselves.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he done a not madness, but he was like, you can tell like they were in a low point, and he's just trying to put a line under it. Which, to be fair to him, if I was in there, you have to. Like, you had a sickener against Man United. Yeah. You haven't won in the last 3 Premier League games, is it now?
Yeah.
So you have to kind of have it felt like he was drawing a line in the sand to say, right, he said we did 2 things. I asked them how I felt, or we spoke about how I felt, and we spoke about how they felt. And then we all decided, right, this is what we're on. We're going to enjoy these 4 months. We're going to play good football. It was like he was trying to double down on, like, we ain't boring. We're going to go win this thing. So fair play to him. I actually think they will respond. I actually think that loss against us is going to be a big wake-up call because you can't afford too many of them. Now, it is 50-50 of the pressure bus pipe, you know what I mean? Like, you see what happens with City and that, but I think that you get a statement win, not that by brushing them aside easily, but by winning the game because you have to win this game. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a tight Arsenal win. 1-0.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
I
But the game might be 1-1 at one stage, but you're going to show a bit and
You
you're
want
going
to
to get
go?
over
You
the line.
want to go first?
Let's get the bad mind.
I need this to continue. This form, this doubt, this panic, this stress level.
Oh,
I
all
need
right,
this
great.
to
You got the light
continue.
bulb out and the boat out. Shut up.
This is a blip that needs to continue. This is just for the community, just for the content as well, also for the title race.
So
you know?
true.
All as one, we all go together, you know, close proximity with the points.
Come together.
More drama. That's what we need, man. It's good for the Premier League package. It's good for the viewing.
It's very good.
I like it, you know.
Yeah,
I just
it's
like
good.
it.
It's
I
good
like
for
it.
It's very
for the viewing.
drawish what you're
It's
what
good
you're
for the
going
product.
with.
What he's talking about here, yeah.
So
Are we going to go the same?
bias aside,
Let's see if we go the same.
for the
Go on.
Premier League package,
Yeah.
to show it's the most competitive league in the world.
We're
And
gonna-
Leeds,
we're
by the
gonna
way,
go the
one
same.
defeat out of the last 10.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Love that.
Unbelievable form, Leeds. I
brought
think
the
they only
stats.
lost, I think, at Newcastle, was it?
Yeah,
By a
they
goal,
should have really lost
4-3.
that game.
Yeah.
City, it was a narrow loss. Leeds are one hell of a team.
Hell of a team.
Drew against
I've al-
Chelsea.
I've always liked Leeds.
Oh, they
Right.
beat you.
Beat Chelsea.
Beat Chelsea.
I've got a
Drew
lot of
against
Chelsea.
Liverpool.
That's why they're
Drew
hell of a
against
team.
United.
I've got a lot of
Both
respect for Leeds, but I'm not gonna be a hater. I'm not,
No.
no bias.
We don't
I'm
do
gonna go
things
for
like
1-1.
you go.
So
Can see it.
I kind of echo everything my compatriot, my compadre said. I feel for the Premier League, the product, the title race, it's what we need. Again, bias aside. And yeah, look, pressure, bust pipe. But let's see. Let's see.
What's your prediction?
2-2.
Right, I'm going 3-1 Arsenal.
I reckon 2-1. I echo what they say for the Premier League and the greater good. It'd be nice to have an exciting...
Great or good, mate. Ain't
For the
no
greater
great or
good of
good.
everybody else
We're
except
just,
for
we're,
your
just,
team.
we're just football lovers, aren't we? We just want to see the
But
best
I do-
product.
And I want Leeds to
I
stay
actually-
up, to be honest, as well.
I
Good
like
team.
I
what
won't go that
Arteta's
far.
done. I think Arteta's
Chill.
done the right thing
Don't
by
want any of that.
changing the direction and the focus.
Yeah.
So he's telling them, don't focus on the fear of losing.
Exactly.
Let's focus on playing good football. I think that's a
But
smart
will we
move.
see it is the question.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
has
yeah.
said
Yeah.
these things before.
It's exactly what they should
That's
be
the
doing.
thing.
But
He
is it
basically
smart?
said, I'm going to take the handbrake off, and we love this.
it's
pressure.
about-
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
and when they
find
go
out.
1-0 down, he'll say, no, guys, no, this is not a
You
standard.
fucking don't lose it.
You fucking don't lose
We
that.
don't walk in disgrace.
Yeah, and then it's shut up shop and set piece. Okay. So,
Okay.
You'll definitely score by set piece.
yeah.
Big
Yeah,
game.
Crack on.
Big game this week for Liverpool.
Yeah.
At home against Newcastle.
Honestly.
Now, big test. You know, Newcastle got a good draw away at PSG. But Liverpool, 6-0 winners against Karabag. You were there.
Yeah. Wonderful it was.
Turning point?
No, because we beat Real Madrid, then got smoked on the weekend. Beat Inter Milan, then got smoked on the weekend. Beat Marseille, then got smoked on the weekend. So I think there's a pattern here.
You
Yeah.
get smoked on the weekend.
Honestly, I'm not looking forward to it, to be quite honest with you. Newcastle have a vendetta against us. They hate us because of Isaac. They hate us because we always manage to beat them.
Are you at home?
Yeah, we're at home,
Oh,
but
okay,
that
you're
doesn't
at home.
mean nothing
He
this
sacked
season.
Derby,
Yeah,
people.
Right.
yeah they've got a vendetta
really
against us.
sad.
We always seem to beat Newcastle, even when they're the better team. We seem to get that last-minute winner. But I just got a bad feeling about this one, particularly because we scored 6 goals.
on in the season where
Yeah.
Yeah.
we forget that was a
They
brilliant
don't. They
game.
don't do great though after playing during the week though. Sometimes Newcastle.
No, I
and
know.
they gave a really good account of themselves last night.
I
They
agree.
really did. But
They
they
should have won it.
yeah, they
There's a
definitely
chance
should
for
have.
Barnes at the end.
Yeah,
Oh
crazy.
my
But Isak
days.
obviously scores that.
But more
he
importantly,
they might be
Liverpool-
knackered.
Liverpool don't do great after we win in the Champions League either, so I'm not really hopeful for it. I'm still not going to go and watch a game and think that we're going to lose, so I'll say Liverpool can win it. Definitely. I hope it's turning the screw. When I'm looking at performances now from the likes of Hugo Ekitike and Wirtz, they're the lads that I'm talking about when I say turn the screw. Them two are phenomenal. I don't know if you've seen some of the goals. I know it's only Karabag.
No, I
Okay,
haven't seen.
I get
There were
it.
some great goals
I get
last
it.
night,
I get it.
yeah.
I get it. You can only play what's in front of you though. And the lads put on a performance yesterday, and they were excellent, genuinely. So I've got hope that they're feeling a little bit of confidence. Hugo's coming out around this little meme. He said, "Gay." Then was here because Ryan Birch played centre back last
Really?
yesterday, yeah. So he's trying to get the morale high in the squad and that. I feel like it could be, but I can only tell at the end of the weekend. Like,
It's a very important game for you guys because obviously you're trying to get into that top 4, top 5. At the moment, United occupy the top 4 spot on 38 points. Chelsea in 5th on 37. You guys on 36. You play that game. Obviously, if results went your way, you'd leapfrog
yeah, I'm
them into. It's a big game.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a massive game.
massive
You've got a
game.
lot to play for right now, Liverpool.
It is, and actually, I come here with a question for you guys because I don't know if you've seen what Arne Slot was talking about in his press
Before.
conferences.
Yeah,
so
what
he
was
said
that?
two things. He
He's
said,
getting sacked.
Right, so for me, I feel quite upset by some of the things that he said, and I'm not the type of person to jump on somebody or criticise them. I'm not. But Arne Slot said 2 things now. One of them was you've only won 2 Premier Leagues in the last 30 years, and then yesterday he also said that we were in the Europa League 2 years ago, which just feels a little bit. I don't know what you're trying to do there.
They are facts,
brother.
though.
Like, yeah, they are. Facts.
I get it.
So obvious what he's doing. He's bigging up
He's
his
getting
own
sacked.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's almost like he's trying to humble the Liverpool fans, and
Yes.
you're not
Yeah, he
going
is.
to make a connection with Liverpool fans
No,
while
he
still
doesn't
trying
want
to humble
one.
them.
Dude, let me tell you
It's
this,
long
yeah.
gone now.
I looked at that. I was talking about the
What do you
comments
think about it?
yesterday.
I want to know. That's the point.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. He knows he's gone either at the end of the season as a definite,
Yeah.
or there's talks that like we wouldn't be surprised in the coming weeks and months.
Because it's spicy, isn't it? To
yeah,
say
because
that?
what's
Like a
kicked
big
in?
handstick. Like a
Yeah,
big
what's
handstick
kicked
last
in with
year,
him
innit?
is self-preservation.
Yeah.
And when a manager starts talking about their own achievements
Like,
rather
yeah.
than
Fight or
the
flight.
team that they've been paid
Yeah.
to help change their fortunes, it's don't all keep coming at me. Basically, what he's saying is, you all keep coming at me saying this is not good enough. The football's dead and rare. And he's basically saying, mate, listen, came in here, won the league for my first time of asking, and that was only his second league in 30 years. So don't act like you man win the league every year.
Yeah.
It's basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
And he's also saying, when he said, I've got my thoughts on what's acceptable, but I'll keep them to myself.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
I don't know what he's
don't say
expecting
anything then.
to achieve
He's-
from this.
He's on his way out.
he's on his way out, man,
but,
definitely.
But he's not. Yeah, it's
He's
It's
not
not
going
like
yet.
if you lose this game, then all of a sudden it's gone. It's just, I think there's been conversations outside looking in of how I see it and how I've seen managers combust.
Yeah.
Seen it with Amorim, seen it with, we just see this. When you start going at fans, seen it with Jose when he started talking about football
But
heritage.
it
is facts, but it's rubbing it team up
Is
the
the
wrong way.
point he's trying to make, right? And just sort of being on his side slightly here, right? That you guys are a little bit ungrateful. You know what I mean? All right, you're going through a
understand.
little bit of a tough time at the moment, right? But remember that you
Yeah.
know it's not every year Liverpool. What he's trying to say is not every year Liverpool win the league. We know you're a team got a great history in that, but in recent times,
Yeah,
it's not every year you win the league. So,
That's so loud.
no, it's not. But I'm being here. You've won the league, and you're having a little bit of a tough time. Cut us a little slack.
And I understand that. Remember when I was here last time on Monday, and I was saying that it's not just Arne
they won't talk
Slot's
about
responsibility what's happened. It's down to Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes as well with the buys that they've done. And there's been lots of off the pitch stuff that he's had to deal with for sure. But when you win 6-0, you'd expect a little bit of excitement from your manager or something to say, there you go, the firm. Like, that, we've won 6-0 for you, enjoy that.
Didn't he say
But
this
he didn't.
before the game? He said it before the game.
Was it before the game?
Yeah,
was
yeah, he said it
Okay,
before. The
okay.
thing about, it was in his
Pre- in the
pre-match
pre.
presser.
Okay, okay. So
He hadn't won
at least
6-0
it was
yet.
in that. But
I don't know what
it
he said
just,
after the
it
game,
just
though.
rubbed me up the wrong
He's
way
also
a little
Dutch
bit.
though, and that they're kind of
Yeah, they
known
don't
for
care.
straight
Just
talking,
straight, yeah.
not really
Don't
too
mince
asked
the
what you
words.
think about what I'm saying. I'm telling
He's
you.
so
what I
But he
opposite to
needs
Klopp.
to be that
It's
though.
just-
If you
No,
try,
you ain't gonna get
not
Liverpool
that out of
anymore.
him.
He's not trying to be long term anymore.
Liverpool are such an emotional club, and we need an emotional manager with emotional intelligence to connect with us. And it just doesn't seem
he's
like
not
he
that
wants
guy.
to do
He's
that
not
with
that
us
guy.
anymore.
He doesn't.
It feels quite hateful.
He was
And when
never
he's
doing
saying,
it, to be
and
fair,
when
was
he's
he?
honestly it does. And when I love my club, do you know what I mean? And I'm there to back him if he wants us to back him. But it feels a little bit disrespectful to the fans, and it also feels a little bit disrespectful to Jurgen Klopp, because Jurgen Klopp, yes, he was in the Europa League like 2 seasons ago, but he also won every single trophy up to that point and paid his dues, had credibility in the bank. So like, what are you trying to do other than self-preservation? It's not looking good for the Liverpool fans, in my
what's
opinion.
it when it's
It's not
that
galvanising.
when,
is it?
no.
It doesn't get everyone.
But
with
when
a herd
when it's
mentality.
when it's stacked against you, you're going to protect yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's a defence
The
thing.
only thing I'll
So
say is if you lose those Liverpool fans, it's over, mate.
Yeah.
Genuinely,
That's one
and
club.
That's why he's
That's
done
one
it.
club. If you lose them, it's over.
Well,
He's gone.
Yeah.
So let's get predictions for that. It's at 8 o'clock kickoff on.
a
So that
Saturday.
is.
Is it a Monday
that is
night?
under the
Saturday
lights.
night.
Saturday 8.
Saturday.
oh,
As I said,
Oh,
chances to
under
take
the light.
advantage.
That's a
Where you
good
going?
Saturday.
can I?
night.
Is Man United before
Could be a
Liverpool?
5:30.
No, after.
we're Sunday.
After,
Sunday.
okay, so that gives us a bit more of an edge.
Yeah,
to
you
be
can
quite
put
honest with
pressure.
you. Yeah,
Oh, Leeds
I'm gonna
are
say
actually
I'm gonna say
okay.
2-1 Liverpool. I think we'll concede goals, but after watching us on Wednesday, just do that again. It was insane. Just do it again. 2-1 Liverpool.
Sometimes we look at our teams.
I mean, I swear.
that again.
I'm
What I saw there, do that all
yeah.
the time.
Literally, what you just said. I was saying before about Spurs. Why can't I see that in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's different league.
There's no
Different.
Carabao
I
in
know.
the league, that's why.
Yeah.
What about you?
Please.
I don't really mind what you lot do. I don't know. I think this could. Frimpong's out as well now, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he got injured 2 minutes into the
Yeah.
game. We've got no
That
defenders.
looked bad.
We've got no defenders.
Yeah, that's true.
Endo was playing right back yesterday, and Gravenberch was playing centre back.
Endo
The
against
best-
Andy Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother, the best person in the league at half
Centre back
turns.
Kirkers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be, but I think he'll slot
Centre
back,
Robbo.
Centre back.
He'll slot
So the
Robbo
centre
centre
back
back.
pairing be
Robbo.
It'll be Robbo probably,
Robbo
or
was meant
Endo,
to be
or
leaving.
maybe Endo. Robbo's not leaving.
Yeah, he's
no
not
more,
leaving
lads.
anymore.
He's not.
No
They,
more,
they
no.
can't get.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
But yeah, they're
He's a
not
legend.
gonna-
He can't leave.
Boy, that back foot. So
And
there's
Van Dijk's been
hold
moving
on.
I know, yeah.
Give me a
I know.
reassessment of that. Because
I think you need to-
Konate's
yeah.
His father passed.
Yeah.
He's like, so he still won't be there.
And Van Dijk has been moving.
Oh,
So Van Dijk.
it's a long day.
He got a
for
hat-trick
them.
of assists yesterday, by the way,
It's
just
a
so you
long
know
day
that.
for them.
I know, but that's
Hold
not
on.
defensively, is it?
Van Dijk, Robertson,
That doesn't change
Kirk
his
has and
defense.
who's
The right back will probably it'll be Endo.
right back.
It'll be Endo, or
right back.
or we've seen this before: Curtis Jones or Dominic Szoboszlai in the right back position, which
I
is
know
terrible.
It might be Szoboszlai. Yeah.
That's
It's-
Szoboszlai does
Yeah,
it
I
right.
think
Yeah.
so. I'll
But
make
then
it
you
real.
really, that's not where you want Szoboszlai.
This is one of the criticisms. Like he's playing Ryan Gravenberch at centre back, and I'm not trying to be biased here, but Ryan Gravenberch has one of the best half turns in the Premier League. He's excellent at creating space in the middle of the
Yeah.
park. So to put him at centre back, almost you're taking one of his best attributes away.
But
from
what's
him.
he meant
What's
to
the
do?
solution with who you got?
I think you play Endo and you play probably Curtis Jones at right back, who's done a good job there before, and then you
No,
start.
centre back.
You put
Centre back, put
Szoboszlai
Endo.
Instead of.
Endo.
Oh,
Again,
right.
it's
Endo.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Pacey,
Yeah,
and Voldemort.
Harvey Barnes. I'm going 2-2.
yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't. If it was your normal,
Yeah.
like,
I understand.
well,
I
that
get
that worries me.
Not
that
to not to predict
I
the
need
exact
Liverpool
same
to-
score as I just did for your game, but I think that's either that or a 3-2.
Because they were brilliant
Newcastle,
against PSG as well,
you know.
weren't they? They were actually.
Yeah, but I think they
I
I think they
don't
might
think
be. I
Newcastle
think they'll
will
be
win.
tired, you know. Like
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna.
Newcastle played as well, didn't they?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
both
I
of
think
them
they
played.
will be. No, I'm gonna go 2-2.
Salah's back though.
I just hope that Harvey Barnes has the same shooting boots on.
Salah's back
that he
where?
had
He's
for
still in
PSG.
AFCON, bro. He ain't done nothing.
No, it was
You
good
see him
goal.
against
Scored last
Bournemouth.
Scored last night.
Foolishness.
Last
I'm talking about in the Premier
I
League,
haven't said
bro.
that. Salah
Yeah?
scored the first free kick I've ever seen him score in his career yesterday. It was insane. I literally said on the camera, he's not going to
He
score
ain't
this.
back.
And he
Like
did.
Dora said, they might
Carabao.
be doing bits in Champions League,
Away.
come Premier League, get smashed. He ain't
There's
done
a Liverpool
You can
fan
only
here,
dream.
Chudian, and he said this is our most important
Can only
window
dream.
in the last 15 years. Yesterday, Gakpo and Salah couldn't beat their men against Karabag. Gakpo starts again. He said we need 2 centre backs and a left back if Robbo is going.
Oh no, yeah, he's not going now though, so I don't think we need left back. We actually need centre backs.
I'm going to
Both
draw.
of them.
So you're
Need
going to
Liverpool
draw?
to keep that. I need them to drop another 2 points. We get the win
Where you
against
going?
Fulham.
2 on Newcastle.
2 on Newcastle. I mean, listen, I'm talking. Chelsea can also take advantage of
Yeah.
the situation because they play at 5:30 against West Ham at home. Chelsea in 5th place, 1 point behind Manchester United. If you win, you put serious pressure on Manchester United ahead of their game. So again, lots of pressure games there.
Yeah.
But West Ham, resurgent West Ham, they've been playing a lot better. We know West Ham when they come to Chelsea, they're really up for that game. What do you think of this one?
Well, we're off the back of a big win in Napoli as well.
Would it took a lot out of you though.
Excellent game.
I don't know. It was
Away at
limbs. I
Napoli.
can't lie. I think sometimes you just need to play on momentum and just go from one game to the next and play on the adrenaline. And that win, hopefully, has done a lot for us because that was a big win, man. We needed to win that game. When we were level, you know, we were going out of that. Well, not going out, but we were going into the playoffs, which we don't want to do. Play the extra 2 games. And what João Pedro, obviously the tactics were wrong in the first half. He tried to match Conte. He went with the back 3. But fair play, at least he changed it because we got absolutely dominated in the first half, losing 2-1. Took our penalty. It was a penalty, scored it, but they were deservingly leading. They scored 2 goals, one little Maradona moment, and then one very embarrassing near post Højlund finish that we shouldn't be allowing him to do. And Sanchez had to still make some saves. So going in at half-time, makes all the changes, switches the system, and fair play to us, we responded. And João Pedro, boy, that left foot strike,
Mad.
oh my days.
First touch was mad.
You know when someone scores and it hits the net and it's like the gust of wind, it hits you at home. Took me out of my seat. I couldn't believe it. When that ball hit the back of the net, I said, yeah, this is why I got gassed in the Club World Cup. This is why we started saying mad stuff because he
Where's he
is
been?
capable of changing
He's
lives.
also saying other mad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
on the Baron spell.
Where's he been for all these months?
Well, he's not been having enough shots. We've not been creating enough chances for him. His performances, his link up is always there. His hold up is there. At Old Trafford when we're down to 10 men, at Newcastle when we lose. So it's not like as if he's playing badly. I'm not sitting here saying João Pedro's having stinkers. But I do want João Pedro to have more of those individual moments and create those scenarios for himself because he's capable. And that finish showed it. And then the right footer as well. Cole Palmer comes on, gets both the assists for these moments, which is nice. And then the finish on the right foot is clinical as well. So, yeah, he has the opportunity and the ability to go on some he's carry on his form because he's been scoring previously as well, scored against Brentford. And if he's playing at that level, then it changes the dynamic of the attack because now you've got Esteval, him, Palmer hopefully can get some fitness. I don't really know what's going on with him. And then it's just the left-hand side, which is kind of cooked right now. I'm hoping Gittins gets more games. But yeah, Limbs, unbelievable win. And Napoli, I think that's their first defeat since 2024 in at home or something. And they've not lost at home in the Champions League. It's all been away. So, and people, big up to the Chelsea fans. Some of them were, people got stabbed the night before in Napoli.
Yeah.
So it was, sometimes we talk about systems, tactics, but you need individual brilliance. You need moments in football. You had it at the Emirates as well, you know what I mean? So, yeah, big win. And West Ham at home, we got to beat them, man. I'm sure they're going to be difficult, low block, and it's going to...
They've been playing well recently.
Yeah, they've won 2 out of the last 2 in the Prem, 3 in all comps. Beat QPR. I'm sure it's not going to be easy.
Is that so you don't get relegated?
Yeah, because I think they're about 8 points behind.
To make sure that's not a thing.
Just do us a favour, yeah?
Yeah,
Cheers.
I'm not really too bothered about your problems over there. I
Well-
kind of want you to get relegated. I'll be real. It'll be a lot of fun to see Tottenham go to Millwall.
I've told you, I'm not doing up gantry stuff up there. You can't put me on the shelf.
I told you, EFL show.
No,
We can build something up there, Robbie.
We will never see them again, lads.
Tomorrow moment up there or something.
No, I tell you what, if that actually happens, I'll just do what Flex has done all season and just sit here and give an opinion
You
when
won't
my
be here,
team are in
man. You'll be
nothing.
gone. This is about, I mean,
Saying you're a pundit.
It's a Premier League show.
So
yeah.
you will do that.
I will, yeah.
this is a
You
Premier
must.
League show. You wouldn't be here.
They've lost Paqueta, but as
really
always,
mean.
against these type of teams at home, man, first goal is key. The earlier you get that goal, the higher you start the intensity and you start creating chances, you start licking shots on goal. Get that first goal, and then they're going to have to open up, and then hopefully it's a good day.
You'll beat them.
Should
man.
beat
So
them,
your
yes.
prediction?
My prediction, I'm going to go with a Bowen.
Yeah.
Somerville's playing well.
Somerville's playing well.
Yeah,
You're right. I
so
like
Fernandes is
Somerville. I like
playing
A
well.
couple of new players carrying on
New
good.
strikers
They
coming.
get Diouf back in the starting 11.
Did they keep Callum Wilson in the end?
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Not
with.
starting. They've got 2 new strikers. They started the other
They only
day.
kept
I'm
him
gonna
'cause
I'm
he
gonna
scored
go with
goals.
2-0 or 3-1. I'm gonna go with 2-0.
I think 3-1. I think they will get a goal.
I forgot. Yeah.
2-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea.
Top 4, 5.
It's amazing how these results are influenced by the teams chasing.
Massively.
West Ham,
Do I like them?
2-2.
West Ham.
2-2, yeah.
2-2.
Okay,
That's
let's get into
close.
some more super chats.
You know
Louis
that.
Yap Davis
2-2.
says Arsenal fans need to understand that they're in the same banter era as United, except United actually won trophies in that time. Water TRL9 says Arne Slot, we're happy to be in the last 16, especially when you only 2 years ago we were in the Europa League and lost to Atalanta. Bomba, he says, right?
Oh, so that's what he said after.
Is that exactly what he said then?
No, he didn't say that. He did say
So
that.
that must be the one
But he
you're
didn't say
talking
the
about
bomber at
after.
the end. But he did say that, yeah.
Bomber, or how you say in English? Bomber.
Roast beef 553 says Flex, step out of the cup talk, big man. Even Spurs can step to the table and talk. Market 918 says as an Arsenal fan, if you were to say by January we'll be top of the Champions League, top of the league and still in all competitions, I would have taken it. One team in the EPL will only play 40 games bare minimum.
Is that you?
JQLFC says, with the drama of last night's matches, the bottom half of the Champions League phase felt like a relegation fight, uniquely entertaining. So he likes the format. Water TRL9 also says, anyone check on Raul today? How was he?
Oh no, he was not good. He was chatty for like the.
my nemesis,
He was
him.
chatty for the first
Gonna say
bit.
you lot hate him.
He was chatty for the first bit, and then he was very quiet. He was
Football
he was watching his game on the like just solely his game really on the
I
laptop.
like seeing him get
He can have
humbled.
it. He's won 14 Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
Also, no
Yeah.
way, lads.
But
We
then
ain't feeling sorry
Yeah.
for him.
all of
No
a
way.
sudden you would just hear him like just shout and then just like whack the thing, and then me and Kim were like, whoa, like chill.
Richard
Fantastic.
Elwood
Kim
says,
Seen him from-
I know, I'm surprised Kim wasn't here today. To be fair,
Ain't seen
for us
man.
to,
Yeah, we
for
have
us
to
to
get him
preview.
back. He says, not trying to kill the messenger, but Gordon's Newcastle are most things he doesn't like. Overly physical, rugby style, low block. Which I did find that
Yeah, it
as
was
well.
weird that
like,
he was saying that,
It's
yeah,
weird that
because
he's saying that when
it's
they
his
do play, Joe Linton and them, and you know what I mean?
You know.
Abdi, can't pronounce that name, says, came to the Arsenal game last night for the first time, saw you, Robbie. I've been following you since 2013. Thank you very, very much for that, Abri. Louis Sapp again says, moaning about a player in Kazakhstan celebrating an equaliser, as if we didn't see Super Mix celebrating a draw against City. A lot different, mate, that game to
Why?
this.
You were the
Why?
minnows. You're the
Why?
minnows who's not won the Premier League in ages.
Bunny
It's
said.
according to City. You know what I mean?
Saya says, 3013 says, United fan here. I hate City winning, but death wishes to YouTubers are abhorrent. That attitude has diminished my acceptance of Arsenal's success greater. What was that for?
What was that?
I don't know about death threats. What was that? I don't know.
There's a lot
Something
going on
happened. Zane Seven says, can Abbi give Frank Engine some credit? Top 8 in the Champions League. It's all not that bad. Trust the process. Love this format. Thoughts on it? You ain't giving him no credit for that. I mean,
What credit do you want me to? I haven't spoken about it, really.
no, but he's finished in 4th place.
Yeah.
Teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, all below him.
And this is from winning the trophy last year, so he can be in this competition.
Yeah,
You're
I mean-
smashing it.
And I heard you the other night on, you was doing 5 at Live. I heard
Yeah.
I was listening to it, and you said even if you get in the top 4, you're not giving any credit because
Wow.
you should have done anyway with all the easy teams you had to play. That's
No,
what
I
you
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
What did you say then? You
Don't-
were saying something along that line.
No, I didn't say that. I said that a lot of people, would also say that we played a lot of the same teams that we played in the Europa League, but it is what it is with the draw. And I said there has only been 12 fit players for him to choose from this week and last week in those games.
And you said maybe. No, but she also said maybe that's helped him because he's not had to.
I'm not like not giving him
'cause you did
praise.
say that,
Like,
innit? You said
what do you
that's-
want me
look
to
at this,
praise?
look at this. No,
but hold on,
I said
didn't you say
last
that's
week.
helped
I said I
Champions
think it has
League?
helped him because that's all he's got.
They
So
don't
it's like
deserve to
it's
be in
not
there.
like a masterstroke that he's picked that team and he's done that.
You don't
like,
deserve this.
I don't. Why?
No.
Even when they're winning,
You've got
they
a
can't pick
Europa
the guy
League
up.
from losing 22 games and finishing
Right,
17th.
so-
you're then this year
Flex,
really bad in the
I've
league.
got 2 wins
and
in
the
14.
manager's doing
I've got
really
two.
well.
I've got 2 wins in 14 in the league.
Yeah,
when
but
I can
in
have
the
a bit
Champions League.
Cool, but I also don't want to get relegated. So after losing 22 times last year, and all being one night in Bilbao.
If you win it and get relegated,
I was about to say
and
that.
that's-
It'd be worth it.
Would you enjoy that?
Also,
It'd be worth
tell
it.
me. Obviously, it'd be worth it, and I would take that low key. Like I've spoken to. I would.
You would if you're a Tottenham fan. You get
I'm
relegated.
taking
win the
Do a
Champions League.
proper Wigan.
Obviously,
Is
and
like-
then third
Next year,
season,
play with
yeah,
Arsenal,
they
and
won
play-
it.
play
obviously,
Barcelona.
and watch me on a like. But the thing is, I don't know how. I've actually thought about this. How would the fixtures work? Because obviously, Championship teams play Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
see that.
When?
He's already thought
How
about
No,
would
it.
but
that?
UEFA's not the king, but like.
Yeah, but how would
they'd
we
have to
fix?
reschedule
How
your
would
games.
we reschedule
Then
everything?
reschedule your games.
Like
You'd
so.
have enough time to prepare. trust
But
me.
if like, but how? Because
just
we'd be
went-
playing Champions League on, let's say, a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Then we'd have to play
Right, I
a
can't
championship
believe she's actually
game
thinking
on
about
like
that.
a Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do
But then
that.
we'd have to play again on the week. Like how?
And then you've
We've got
also
2
got
games a
EFL
week.
Cup, FA Cup. That would be the maddest schedule.
Logistics.
The maddest schedule.
So
like,
you're actually thinking about this stuff.
yeah, yeah, I am.
I mean, you're not going down, man. Relax.
I am. These are things you've got to consider. So when my manager can start being a little bit more
14th in the
competitive.
Prem.
But if they had got relegated last year, like they could have, and if the teams that came up weren't that dross and won the Europa League, this would have been a legitimate schedule headache.
And
They-
guys, it could be a legitimate schedule headache.
You're not going.
Championship
Who knows?
logistics,
You don't know
mad.
what could happen.
Yeah, and you're not winning.
You're not
Champions
gonna go
League.
down.
I would agree if he was.
You don't know what can
Tottenham are
happen.
gonna
Okay,
get
It's
let
a
me do- let me-
knockout competition. Anything can happen.
Let me do some more super chats. G9 AFC says, Matisse and Abbi, stop being negative about my club. Don't let me come for you.
Which one? Which
Right?
club are you talking about?
Arsenal.
Right.
Must be.
Zane says,
emotional
who would have
chat.
thought that Man United would be above Liverpool and Chelsea at the beginning of the season? Cunha Bruno.
Who would have
Cunha
thought
Bruno.
Man
Guys,
United?
come on, man,
Who
just
would have
stop talking
thought Man
about
United
us.
would be
Sing it,
playing
go on.
40 games?
Stop talking about us.
in
Exactly.
a whole season, so
Exactly.
therefore they
Out of
never
all the
have
cup
to actually play
competition,
twice a week.
They never
Embarrassment.
play
And
One
they
game a week.
they have weekends
Yeah.
off when the FA Cup
They
weekend
have
comes
weeks
We're
around.
an
in.
embarrassment.
They have
Who would
weeks
have
off.
We're an
Rimo says,
embarrassment.
what if
Really bad about
Benfica
Dorgu,
qualifies
guys.
and
So
Jose
bad.
kicks Arsenal off? Face Off says, didn't Newcastle play a heavily rotated team? Also, awful refereeing in that game last night. PSG seems to get all the refereeing decisions on their side. And Rabib says, oops, there's an error on that one. I have to. Oh no, here it is. Arsenal gonna get the most polished silver medal ever. Right.
They're crazy.
Let's move on to what is the biggest game of the weekend. It is Spurs versus Manchester City. The Abbi Derby, because she wants both teams to win in this, right? But how do you feel about this game? Because obviously, if you win, you're doing Arsenal a massive favour. But then you could really do with doing yourselves a big favour. Because as we look at the table, you know, Tottenham down in 14th place on 28 points. All right, 8 points above the drop zone. But say West Ham did get a result. And when you look at the games you have coming up, you got to play Arsenal. You got to
United.
play Chelsea.
Newcastle.
You got to play Newcastle and this City game. You could quite easily, on paper, if we looked at all those games and we said current form, you'd lose all of them. You probably won't, but you'd lose all
No,
of
probably
them.
will. Probably will.
And if you lost all of those, you could be in the bottom 3.
I know. I'm not joking when I say it's a real possibility. It's not.
No,
However,
'cause them teams down the bottom ain't winning it.
however, this is the one I don't really need to win. In all honesty, please don't start turning
keep
up.
saying
on
you don't
this
want to
one.
go down and all that. So you're not putting Premier League security. Oh, you're putting. This is what we keep meaning
That's
when we
their
say
mentality.
you keep putting everything above your own thing.
Listen.
That's their mentality.
Listen.
That is
Linda,
bad.
Listen, Linda.
Shocking.
Like, this is we lose every week basically, or draw every week. I don't necessarily need to turn it around this week. It could be next week. Sure. Against United, sure. Against Arsenal, sure.
Why are we losing so much?
I don't necessarily need to stop.
make it this
I don't.
week.
It don't
Add the extra L in and then start after that.
It doesn't need to be this week. I don't need to see Romero charging down the pitch to try and score a goal. Bro, sit back. Just defend. Do your job.
You don't need to
How
go on
done?
a, you don't need to go on a winning run.
Listen, we don't
to
need to, the
escape.
winning run don't need to start this week,
Yeah,
boys.
man.
Okay. And also was talking about it. I've spoken about it quite a lot this week as well.
The
Yeah,
head
yeah,
dude,
it's
man,
True,
was
she's
really-
right.
I'm
It's a
right.
relegation, but you don't need to win
We
games.
don't need to win this
You only have
week.
to win like a couple games.
It's fine.
It's
Like
not that
we said,
deep.
we want a good Premier League product, don't we?
Facts.
So yeah, we're trying to help.
So draw then.
Can I ask
No,
you?
lost.
I've got a really
Not
good
even
question,
a draw.
Robbie.
Wait, I take it, but ideally, no.
You're not serious.
What is the greater emotion for you? Your hatred for Arsenal or your love for Spurs?
At the moment, I hate my club. So yeah.
Both.
So you prefer to hate Arsenal than to love your club?
Well,
That's
the
the-
way I
that's
think
where they
about
can't get
no,
nowhere.
hang on.
Because I'm just listening.
The way
I'm
the
just
way I
listening.
think about it, okay. So last time this occurred, and it seems to always come down to us playing City to help you out. And it's always seemed it was that a couple of
You
years
need to
ago.
help yourself out.
Now, let's
Hang
flip it.
on.
We're gonna flip it
So
in a minute.
yeah. So what I was going to say was obviously a couple of years ago when the same scenario come up, and we needed us to beat City so you could win the league. And obviously, what was the difference? We were going to finish in the top 4 instead of 5th. Well, if you look at how it played out, us finishing 5th, then went on to win a trophy, right? So we actually did better out of
the
that.
matrix.
Nothing to do with you. Obviously, that was a benefit.
Abby's getting a
Nothing to
crystal
do-
ball out,
nothing to do
mate.
with
For me, I've spoken to a lot of Spurs fans. X will say the same thing to you, by the way, on Friday. He will say the same thing for Best of Enemies. We could take a battering by City because it also puts more pressure on the ball because no one wants Frank in. So if we were like to get, not that I think they'd batter us,
Preach.
but if they were to batter us,
Preach.
then surely he can't be there. And then the logic of that, the
Yes.
dominoes, is that they then they get an interim in for United.
And get more points.
And
in the long
then
term.
we've got the North London Derby as the first, I think that might be one of the first games under a new manager.
Yeah.
Bounce.
Now,
This is why I want
now
you to
they're
win.
accumulating.
This is
now
why I want you to win.
Now we can
Flex,
pick
now
up
they're
points.
accumulating more points than they would have if
Yeah,
they
so it's
won.
better to do
Precisely.
And also, Doyle, if you were in top
Thank
position
you.
as
This is
Liverpool
nasty
and
work.
Everton were top of the league, what would you want to do?
Lose.
Exactly.
No.
Say it louder, by the way.
No, like,
Say it
it's-
louder.
I wouldn't, I
Let
wouldn't.
me
Say
be
lies.
let me
Did
be
you have to be Man
completely
United,
honest
not
now,
Everton?
right? Let me
They
be
do
let me
the
be
same
completely
if it was
honest.
the other way around.
I can more understand the one a couple of years ago, right? Because you know that's a lot different. They're up.
They were actually doing all right.
This one, you're in big
Finishing
trouble.
fourth.
Nah, they're not in big trouble.
This
man.
one, no.
We could be in big trouble next week.
They're in trouble, right? Because
Yeah, but you got to come to Old Trafford, mate.
suppose they
Yeah, like I said, maybe we'll be in big trouble next week.
if they lose it.
Maybe
All
we
right,
won't.
Go on.
they lose this game and the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then they're in trouble.
No, I'm not even talking about the 4 games. So just in a short space of time, they could lose against City, then is it a United away
United
next week,
away. Then we
and
got
they
break.
lose that, right?
West
And
Ham
say they
have got
lose
Chelsea.
that badly.
And then Burnley.
Like
all
I
of a
said.
sudden,
But then
you're
she's
in
saying
huge-
if that happens, then Frank will probably go.
Then Frank will
and that's
probably
better
go
for the
anyway,
long
and then
run.
that's
what
better
I'm
in the
saying.
long run.
And
So
who are you going to get?
someone interim. I told you before.
Yeah,
Give it
who?
to. I don't
Ryan
care.
Mason?
Give it to.
So would
no.
you take 2 losses now, back to back, Man City, Man United?
If
Bang,
it meant
bang.
that we get an interim.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah, who's the interim?
Ledley King, don't care.
You don't care.
Bloody yeah, what? That's why I'm so
Don't
glad
care.
I don't feel
So
support.
Campbell keeps moaning about not getting
No,
jobs.
we don't want that. Could you imagine Sol Campbell?
They probably do that.
That would
to
be
the end of
something
the
that
season.
actually our club would do
So
because
you
it's so
wanna
tough.
lose?
Look,
You want to lose, is what you said.
I'm not fussed if we do this weekend.
Bloody hell.
But ideally,
Mid-season,
if
you
you
know.
could beat West Ham, that would
Mid-season.
be helpful for us.
The apathy you
You
have.
scratch
for your
my
own
back,
club.
I scratch. Like I said, I
You
don't
know
need
what?
them to start winning this
the
weekend.
best
It's not this
bad-minded
weekend.
scenario here, right, because of the 2 bad-mind people that sit around this table, right, is that West Ham beat you lot.
Hey, I'm not
Yeah.
bad, man.
I know.
And
mate,
I have
yeah.
only
pure
pure
He's
City.
right. You know, he's right.
Fuming if we-
Sorry, if he, It's a win.
Then it starts getting real. 5 points is real.
I know. I've been saying for weeks we're in a relegation battle. This month is peak. Now, if it was the other way round, right,
And you got a lot
we'd
of
had
injuries.
the fixtures
You
that
could
we've
go
got
down.
loads of injuries. If it was this time, like these fixtures that are coming up, if they would have been at the start of the year, and then we were going into this month playing the Bournemouth and the Forest and all the ones we haven't picked up results in, I'd be like, wow, that was a really hard period, but we can probably maybe do something against, pick up some points here. No, because we didn't pick up points
Also-
with any of our relegation rivals. And now I'm going to go into this month with City and Arsenal and United and Newcastle. And now you think that we're capable of doing these things?
I didn't
Well,
say
no,
capable of
we
doing
weren't
anything.
capable of beating West Ham.
Also, Robbie, if you win it by a point, because it went down to the last day, you'll enjoy it more. I promise you.
Yeah, that's fair.
You'll enjoy it more. So
And
really,
if you
You're
lose
trying to
it,
tell you how
Really,
you're going
it's
to
not
feel.
that fun
you
winning
should,
in
bro. He
April,
don't
lad.
care
how
bring
he
it
wins
back.
this
You
title,
should try
bro.
and bring
It
it
wasn't
back a little
fun winning
bit.
it in April last year, lad. It wasn't very fun.
running off into the sunset.
Care about that.
If you run off into the distance, yeah, it's like being rich and having no friends. You run off into the distance, yeah, and then you know you're gonna win it, so then the dopamine spreads out over months.
True.
If you do it, get real close.
They
get
need
in
an
the thick of
Aguero
it.
moment.
Yeah.
They need a
But
Jokeres moment. last
The
minute.
problem with this,
One
right?
point.
Just
You'll
one big
enjoy it
dump of
more.
Yeah, the
dopamine
problem with this,
instead.
right,
You'll
is the
enjoy it
mentality
more.
of this way I think is just crazy of these Tottenham fans, right? Right, is that you could lose that game, right? But we could. It's so far
course.
till the end of the season. We could still go and win the league, and you get relegated. What about that scenario?
What
what about that
That's
scenario?
mad.
What about that
That's
scenario?
bad.
Yeah,
That's bad.
we win
Yeah.
the league and you get relegated.
I
That's
thought
what that
I
line
thought
of
about
thinking
it.
can get you.
Could you imagine that? That's the end of your football club.
There is
Get
nothing.
relegated.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
has not crossed my
if you're-
mind. There's
if
no
you're
scenario
there-
that hasn't crossed it.
If your attitude is there about throwing away games
So
when
not
you're in
throwing
trouble,
it. Not throwing
right?
it. We
Yeah.
throw away games
What
every
if
single
then?
weekend.
Yeah,
What
but
if
put a
then?
stop to that.
it ended-
Not
that
this
that
weekend.
that could have terminal damage for your football club for years to come. That you
My club
threw
has
away a
terminal
game.
damage, Rob.
You threw away a game to try and stop your rivals from winning a league. They still went on winning, even if they that scenario by a point, and you went.
May I
down.
just say one thing? May I just say
I'd
one
love to see
thing?
that happen.
Okay. First, every scenario has been spoken about across the fan base, right? Obviously, some people will disagree with me. That's fine. I don't care. This is what my opinion. No one has to agree with me. Okay. There's plenty that do. Plenty that feel the same way.
whole fan base
Now,
will.
if it was the other way round,
January.
if it was the other way round, and it was you in 14th, and it was us, and you wanted City to close the gap on us,
No, not in,
best
not in.
believe
No, if my team's in
best-
relegation.
Yeah, in
Yeah, you know,
jeopardy.
you'd wanna
No,
get out. You'd
no,
wanna
my
get out.
team's in
Don't- No,
they
relegation
don't
trouble.
view you
But
as
you,
that,
you
though.
In
just said we're
January.
not actually in relegation battle yet.
Yeah,
We
you're
could
not.
get sucked
Yo,
into
my
it.
team's.
That's why you need to
could.
start winning some games.
It's not
Yo,
going to
Flex,
be this month.
My team's in relegation trouble in January, and I want to throw away games. You must be joking.
And
I
I've
wanna
also
win.
given a very simple.
Yeah, nearly Feb, that's why
I've
it's
given a
next month
very
to correct it.
simple scenario
The
as to
season
how we
finishes
can
in
bounce
May.
back.
But also,
That
what
means
I
about?
there's
thought it
loads of time
through.
to get their act
What,
Loads of
also,
time.
no, but also,
I'm
what
giving
about?
you a play-by-play.
It's not-
If it's
no,
January
that's
and
dangerous.
it's so
It's so.
I don't
no
agree.
one gets
There's
relegated
loads
in
of time.
January, do they?
I
Who
think
gets
it's
relegated in
dangerous.
January?
Bro, it's February,
Who
basically.
gets
given
relegated in
in-
Feb?
but you know
are
what
they
you-
Derby County?
No.
No.
Do we have 9 points? No. 11 points? No.
Or you lot to go down.
This can
Also,
rumble on a bit
if
longer.
you keep losing and drawing, you're giving incentive to teams behind you to
Yep.
galvanise them and push.
That's why when they come and face big old mighty Chelsea can do
They
the
don't have
job.
enough quality down
Do
there.
you know what?
anyway.
Spurs fans don't support Spurs; they tolerate them. That's you don't support
Absolutely
Spurs.
right.
Honestly, it's mad.
Funny.
No,
Yeah,
it's actually very
Get out of
true.
it.
Do you know what? It's like I love my club so much, but I hate so much of like the ownership and the people in charge of it. It makes me so infuriated. And like I love my club, but it does. You're right.
It doesn't sound like.
No, but I love.
let's
Look,
be honest,
in
they're
terms of the
losing.
club, the badge. In terms of the club, the badge, everything
not
about.
just-
I love
yeah,
my
you know
club.
what?
Just
Give
for
me a
this, you're
prediction.
going to
But
be
I-
City, you know, just so you know.
I
Like,
don't think Spurs lose.
Give me a
Okay.
prediction.
City are going to win.
I don't
I mean,
think
Spurs
Spurs
going to
lose.
win. Spurs going to win.
I
You
think
know.
we will.
I think you lose or win or
They
draw.
ain't winning that.
I don't think you lose.
What's your prediction?
I think we might draw it, which is going to be really irritating.
You've already beat City this season already.
Yeah, but again,
The
You
draw's
do
the
it
one
every
where it's
season.
like,
Yeah,
that's
the
it.
draw's annoying.
That's the one where it's like you're not even.
Not
It's not
even
even like getting the
benefiting.
rewards of helping.
Oh yeah.
Like you just.
Or getting the win,
A
and getting the
draw's
points.
dead.
Like at the start of the
Got a draw written
season,
all over
when
it.
we went there and played there, that was I was like it was early doors, like second game of the season. We'd had a good result against PSG. Sorry, we'd had a good performance against PSG, but obviously lost in the end in the Super Cup, and had a really good performance against City. Bar those two performances, which one was a loss anyway, I have not seen Tottenham play well in the league at all. Like not once.
Yeah, they only raise it for that.
That's it.
Yeah, every
So,
time
but
against
that's early doors. That's in August.
Nah, man, you're gonna play
It's in
alright. You're
August.
gonna
So
play
give me a
alright.
prediction.
I think it will be 1-1.
City ain't great.
What are you doing?
Yeah, draw 2-2.
I think it's right. 1-1.
Yeah.
I do.
Also, Erdebert's
I
been
do
quite
think
good.
City.
Yes.
He's been
I'm
absolutely
gonna
good.
go.
Is he shaky?
City will 2-1 City, I think.
Yeah.
Again,
Is
if
he
they're-
still going to play this back five? as well?
yeah, who us?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'll go 2-1 City.
Well, he last week I think he was 3-4-3.
I think City.
Porro, back five.
Well, no,
Alright.
there's no Porro. There's
Let's
Porro
move
and
it
Van der
on.
Ven injured.
Manchester United versus Fulham.
I don't know if Van der Ven's back, but Porro's out for 4 weeks.
Manchester United versus Fulham.
Yeah.
Harry Wilson's coming for you, lad.
Good for him. Firstly, yeah, good for him. I got told other
Oscar
man was
Bob
coming
just
for us.
signed.
Yeah.
Good for him as well.
For Fulham?
Good.
Yeah, 27
Good.
million.
Didn't see
I
that.
got told Haaland's coming for me. I got told Semenyo's coming for me.
Oh, so you
Good
could
for him.
win every game
I got
then?
told Gyökeres is coming.
That's how
I
it
got
works.
told. No, but if
Yeah, but you
well,
just be-
if
no, you
that's
just
how it
be the
works,
best two
if that,
teams, so
if this,
you can win
if
every
this,
game.
if this how it works, then I would have definitely have lost the last.
problem
two.
with this game
so
is-
what we're gonna do here
No.
is none of you guys are gonna get to come with your little judge and your little bad mind energy. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about my team and how I think the game's gonna
How
go.
did you,
Yeah.
Fulham earlier in the
And
season.
first, I want to start by saying this:
did beat you, innit?
you Arsenal fans, yeah, who have been messaging me. It wasn't you. I will say this,
I
even
thought
though I
he
have,
was-
even
I
though I
thought
have
he was
no
gonna start-
apology.
I thought he was gonna start
This
saying
is
me.
this might be a small minority, but you're loud. You are an absolute
You're loud.
disgrace. The ones who've been messaging me, laughing that Patrick Dorgu's injured.
Who's laughing?
DMing me
Crazy.
under the comments, karma,
We
you
don't do
thing.
that.
You lot are a disgrace. Especially after Saka's ripped his hamstring this year, needed surgery. Gabriel's ripped his hamstring, needed surgery. Didn't Havertz do the same thing? Mm-hmm. Yeah? So don't throw stones in a
God.
glass yard. Yeah? That's them.
You lot,
No,
if
a
that was the other way around,
disgrace.
you'd
Stop
be
with
you lot.
crying.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Would they not?
never
If that was
heard
if
the
that was
version of that
if that was
before.
Saka that had an injury like that,
we've
and
had
United
that.
fans were in that in
Well,
the DMs, they'd be
oh,
crying.
yeah, oh, no,
Oh
they would.
my
If I was to show
God.
you, listen, if I was to show you like all the stuff that's been sent to me
Disgraceful.
about Saka, he's every game. Oh, he's always limping. I've heard you on this thing talking about how this guy's always limping
does
around.
limp.
and
He does
that.
limp
He
every
does
week.
limp.
So right, is it,
does.
yeah,
When he's had a
right,
stinker, he
yeah,
does
and then
limp.
he suffered a bad hamstring injury. He was out for like half of the season.
Yeah,
How
but that's
about
not-
that? Then?
yeah, but that's not
Right,
always-
so
he does
don't
always-
try
he
and
does
say
also
about-
limp when his hamstring's
Don't try
fine.
and put it on
So
Arsenal fans, right?
we've watched him do that
Yeah.
many a time.
See,
Right,
You're
listen,
on it
I don't
again.
know about no limping. I'm
Oh,
only talking
get
about
off
the
the
loud
fence.
I never said that.
minority.
Get off the fence.
Yeah.
Get off.
I'm talking about
Listen,
the
I
loud
never- I never
minority.
support that. I
who
never-
I've seen the comments, yeah, atting me because my man's injured for
I
10
don't want no
weeks.
player to
It's
be.
bad.
injured,
That's
I
a
would
big
say.
blow. I'm really upset about that because he's just starting to come.
He
into
just
form.
started picking up as well.
Last
innit?
6 games, 5 goal contributions.
What is his injury?
How long's he out for? Then?
Hamstring,
Hamstring.
10 weeks.
Was it in
He was,
training?
fun, he was
Yeah.
fun to watch, man.
Yeah.
Coming from-
Wicked. And he was just starting to come into his own. So they haven't put
10 weeks.
officially. The club have done. We're
It'll
not
be
putting
longer than
time.
that,
So,
mate.
That's a
you know,
bad
the
one.
athletic man are saying up to 10 weeks.
Is it
That's a bad
ruptured?
one.
Is it snapped completely?
We don't know yet. But
Okay.
That's
man
a
are
bad-
speculating at 10 weeks.
It'll
It's
be
bad.
longer if it's
Yeah.
snapped.
It's
10,
bad.
10 weeks is basically
Yeah,
your season. Isn't
it's
it?
not
Yeah.
far off, is it? So that's a sickener for Patrick Dorgu. But I will say this: it's not an excuse for us to have to capitulate. Now we don't have enough to think. No, we got 1 game a week, no other competitions, as everybody reminds us. Cunha looks all right coming on the left-hand side, doesn't he? So he can play there. You can put Ahmad there. You can put Mbumo there and
Not
play
Ahmad.
Sesko up front. No, but Dorgu was a right winger before that. Like he's just a left footer who's powerful and can run. If you want some similar characteristics, make do with the squad you've got. Mason Mount's not really getting games. It's not going to look like Dorgu. There's not really a like for like, pound for pound who's just direct left-footed. Ahmad wants to come in and Mbumo wants to come in, but deal with it. I don't care. I'm not having that as this top 4 thing now. No, the mission is the mission.
It's your left back, lad. You can win. You can get top 4 without a left back, mate.
He's our left winger.
Well, you can still
He's
do
not
it.
left back anymore, mate. He's
Yeah,
Ballon
yeah.
d'Or. He's not just left back,
Ballon
mate. You saw
d'Or,
what he's
mate.
done. Bad.
Fulham.
Ballon d'Or
Left
go.
back.
Ballon d'Or
Taking
go.
in
Fulham-
some cuckers, bro.
By the
You
way,
get that?
just to say, right, Fulham though have been playing well. They've been playing well, man.
It's a
They're
difficult game.
a
Exactly.
really informed team. Beat Brighton
And,
2-1.
yeah.
Beat Leeds. Beat
Draw against
they
Liverpool.
beat Chelsea
last minute.
Harry
right.
Wilson.
To draw
Thanks
against
for that.
Liverpool,
Yeah.
they're a
This is not an
decent
easy
side.
game. There are no easy games in the Prem.
Such a baller.
There's no easy games in the Prem. And this is a different type of game for us where for the first time in this Michael Carrick stint, we're going to face a team where we're expected to win.
Yeah.
Even though everyone's saying how good they are. At home, you've won the last 2, confidence is up. We're expected to win, got to be on the front foot. You can't sit off them as much as we did against Arsenal. It needs to be more like City, where we go for them, get the crowd involved, like play with intensity.
They're close
So-
to us, you know. They're very
Yeah,
close.
exactly.
Like,
And
if
they're
they
going to
win,
fancy it.
If they beat you, they go top 4.
Exactly.
This is
This
mad.
is what I'm saying.
Mad.
Fulham are
So
having
what we need to
Massive.
do is not get involved in all of like, oh, look how close. Just go and win the game. You're meant to beat Fulham at home with the players that we've got. People are in great form. Kobbie Mainoo's doing well. Bruno's on fire at the moment. And Mbumo's on fire. Ahmad's doing well. The team's defending better. Just go and win the game. And I'm going to be on the positive vibe of believing my team can win the game again. And I think we will. I think, will we still concede? Probably. But I was feeling a 2-0 though, instead of 2-1. Because I just feel positive. I feel positive. I'm going to go 2-0.
Where you go?
2-0 United.
Have you got everyone else fit?
Fulham don't travel away well as
They're
well.
also a win or lose team. They're
Yeah.
not really a drawing team.
I'll go. Have you got any other injuries? Acunha's fine. Mbeumo's
Yeah,
fine.
all the big men are fine.
yeah.
The Licht's still out.
I will go 2-1 United.
Yeah, I think United will win it. They're on a high. It's at home.
Yeah.
I think
was
it
at
would have been a
Fulham.
bigger test at Fulham. I think at home, I'd expect, even under Amarin, I would expect
would have been a
them
bigger
to
test
win
in
it.
the Emirates. So
2.
no one ever wins there. So we've just done the pinnacle of European football.
2.
Remember the best team in Europe?
2.
Best team in the world.
Gonna win it all.
Yeah.
So if we can do
what Christian
that
said.
away,
Yeah.
surely we should
What
be.
can you do at home?
Yeah, 2-1 Fulham.
Hey, this little resurgence of Man United, you know, it's horrible.
Yeah, you hate it.
Ugh.
You hate it.
Gross, lad. I don't want to say that Man United are going to win, even if my brain thinks they are, to be quite honest with you. 2-1, Man U.
It's Manchester United,
Scatty
though,
that.
not Man U. That's very offensive.
Is it?
Can you, yeah, we don't like the term Man U.
Man U.
Yeah,
Why?
no, yeah, it's an offensive term.
Why
Man U.
don't... I want to know why.
It just don't. I think it's comes down to like the people who were saying it, the intentions behind it, ain't great.
Really?
But I'll be honest. I don't know the real
never
historical
heard
of what. But
know
everyone,
this.
every Man United fan, Man U is like it's a no-no.
I didn't know that,
Yeah.
no. I'm not trying to offend
Yeah.
anybody if it's like deeper meaning.
But
or
it is
something.
more of a no-no. It's more of a no. Like for our own fan base. Like
Yeah.
you know, like fans who have not
Anyone
really.
in your fan base was to call you.
Yeah,
Man U.
yeah. It's like you don't do that.
No.
So
You
rivals
can
will say
You
that.
can say Man United,
Or you say United.
or you can say United, or you can say
I
Manchester
didn't really know
United.
that.
When
You
should
know?
I
You're not
say
allowed
I'm going
to
to say it all the time.
You know what? I hear
No, but we expect it. We expect it from the rivals.
Yes,
We
lad.
don't like it.
I'm going to ChatGPT.
Yeah, why-
Man U.
Man
Yeah?
U.
That's your name.
In
Is
Liverpool,
Man U.
we all say it, lad. In
Yeah,
Liverpool, we all say Man U.
the rivals do say it.
Okay.
But we don't like the rivals saying it. We're like, nah, man, that's not our name.
It doesn't
It's
sound.
like the Notts County, like not
bit
like
like
Forest
Notts
don't want to
County,
get called
Nottingham
Notts Forest.
Forest,
But it doesn't have a
Yeah,
deeper
yeah.
meaning of no other meaning.
no.
Also,
There's something
doesn't it?
like-
Right, okay, so I asked ChatGPT. Historically, it's been used as an insult, not just a nickname. Many Manchester United fans object to Man U because of how it was used in the 1950s to 70s, especially in rival chants to the Munich air disaster.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I
But
didn't
it doesn't
know
mean.
that.
But it doesn't mean you saying Man U is
Yeah.
like you're trying to
I
say
didn't
that.
know, I
You
didn't
weren't.
know
I'm
that.
not. That's,
Definitely.
let me make that very clear
Okay.
because like people will start trying. The Liverpool guy was trying to
No, it wasn't.
tragedy chant.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not that. But I knew that's what I'm saying. There's a deeper connotation of why we don't like. But it's not like you're saying the Munich thing. Don't say that. But it derives from that.
I get it.
Older-
It's similar to Liverpool, right? So when people slander the Liverpool Football Club, yeah, and they say, I hate Scousers, it's different, lad. A Liverpool fan is not a Scouser. A Scouser is somebody born and bred in Liverpool, and a Liverpool fan can be from anywhere in the world. So it's the sort of similar type of thing. Like, I hate
exactly.
when
Yeah,
you
'cause
say, I hate Scousers.
And these conversations are
That is
important.
true
Very
because the
different.
true
It's
scouts
one
Yeah,
support
I'd
it.
never.
Is that right?
I do. I've never.
Just like North London's really Tottenham, innit?
Exactly. When you go back to Woolwich,
Woolwich,
yeah,
yeah, Woolwich.
Woolwich.
Right, let's. What was your?
You learned something new
I
every
think
day.
2-1
My
to Man
prediction.
United.
I'm gonna
Man
go
United.
over. I'm gonna go over 3-1 United win.
All right, let's get some of these in quicker. Right, Aston Villa, big game for them at home against Brentford. Everyone's talking about City and this and that, but
Villa.
you know, Villa chance to also close the gap.
on,
They're not
Villa.
slowing
No,
down,
they're
man.
not.
And,
We
I
need
can't
to
even
split
look
up.
at them for third, if I'm honest. I'm like,
Brentford.
I've got to just do my business in 4th and 5th and get in Champions
Yeah.
League. I'm trying to look at
That's
the
us,
third.
Steve.
Can we just bring them?
No.
They don't look like it, man. And they strengthen now again.
We
They've
beat
got loads of
them.
injuries.
How did we beat them?
They're a weird team.
They've
man.
actually got a lot of injuries though.
Yeah, they've got a lot of injuries.
So even you say they're strengthened, not really. They're kind of bringing in players to cover those injuries. But at home against Brentford, Brentford lost last week. Surprisingly, you'd expect Villa to win this, wouldn't you? I'll
Yeah.
go 2-0 Villa.
Is that Villa? Yeah.
Yeah.
I will go 3-1 Villa.
Same.
2-0 Villa.
Okay.
Villa.
Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. That's Palace need to start getting their act together. They're free.
So Mateta's going to Forest.
He must
No,
be.
is
Strand
he- is he?
Larsen
Well,
is
Strand
going
Larsen's
Oh, did
been
you miss
agreed.
that? Strand
I missed
Larsen for
that.
50 million.
Is that here we go? Is that like that's or is it
BBC
like
announcing
Mad.
that.
Is that to Palace?
It's looking like
mad, isn't it? For 50 M's.
And then you said Mateta to go to Forest.
Yeah, because they were looking. I'm assuming that deal will go through if
That's
because
crazy.
it was Wolves wouldn't do it
Yeah.
unless
Nuno says he expects it to happen.
That's a big downgrade,
And
that, you know, for
Adama
Crystal Palace.
Traore is joining West Ham. Was joined.
Yeah.
So if you look
There you
at
go.
the
4
movement
minutes ago, Nottingham Forest remain in talks for Mateta and believe they have made a competitive bid. Crystal Palace sticking to their 40 million valuation as it stands and anticipating further interest.
40 million for Mateta, 50 million for Strand
That's
Larsen.
mad.
Crazy, man.
Just Mateta's
I mean,
older
Strand
and
Larsen's younger,
he's got,
but
not less time on his contract.
But
Yeah.
they're downgrading and paying 10 mil for it. That's like.
Oh,
he's
Crystal
not-
Palace want
Mateta's
Evan
a good
Gasson as
player.
well.
Yeah.
From Palace on
He
loan.
must really want out. That's what it must be. Mateta must just see everybody else leaving and going,
Loan
I'm
with
gone.
option. Evan
Oh yeah,
Gasson.
They might
as soon
see-
as he
they
saw
might see
Gay going, he
potential
was
in
like, I'm
Larsen.
out.
Alright.
Yeah.
They
Who
might
we
see
get to-
potential in Larsen.
Feel
Villa?
sorry for Palace.
Prediction?
Sorry?
You didn't give your prediction for the Villa game.
Oh, Villa. Did they play?
Are you listening to this
No,
show?
because you man are talking about Larsen and all sorts. Sorry,
But
Palace.
We did go off
Why
topic.
are we talking
Brentford.
about Larsen and all this thing?
We went off topic.
We went off topic, man. Not confusing
Sorry.
me. Discombobulate in my brain. Sorry, Brentford. You got Thiago. I'll go 2-1 Villa.
Okay. Brighton versus Everton.
Everton's so weird.
Yeah, they
Brighton's
are.
so weird.
Yeah.
Brighton.
Draw?
1-1.
2-1
Yeah,
Brighton.
just the weirdness.
Or maybe Bright and it's at
Weird.
home. Yeah. Draw.
Okay.
2-2.
Yeah.
1-1.
And finally, Wolves versus Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Yeah,
2-1.
same.
I'll go Wolves.
1-1 draw.
Actually, no, 1-1. I'm not going Wolves to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I go so.
Alejo says, Flex,
They
They
I
have
want
picked up though.
some more
Yeah,
super
they have.
chats. Alejo says, Flex, I want an apology for Chelsea.
For what?
I don't know.
Am I apologise to Matisse. He should be apologising to me. You're another one. You should be
Allow it,
apologising to
man.
me.
40-game hype over there, man.
No, I don't care, Mr.
Your-
Mr.
your
I'm,
se-
I'm
your se-
detaching myself.
Your
I don't
season's
roll
got
with
an
you
asterisk
no
on
more,
it
bro.
now. I'll be
He's that
honest.
friend who tries to come out the
Bro,
popular group.
your
but-
season-
and then always like, right,
Your
I ain't
season
got
has
no
an
roll with,
asterisk
let me
on
come
it.
roll
I'll be
with
real.
you.
Your
Because you're not rolling in the teams that ain't going for Champions League. You're not rolling with the man for the title. Who you rolling with?
What do you mean? I'm not rolling.
Who
I'm
you rolling
literally
with?
in the next round of the Champions League. What are you talking about?
No, the man who are going for the title.
Yeah, we're not in that. But we're in the Champions League right now.
I don't
competing.
care about
We're
that. I'm,
competing on all,
I'm
we're
talking
in
about
all comps. We're still in
I'm
every
talking about
competition.
domestic. I'm not talking about your holiday friends.
Yeah, but you.
I'm not talking about when you go to the all-inclusive and you make new friends and you leave your family, bro. I'm talking about
If we're talking about
at
domestics-
home when you go school
Okay,
Monday to
cool.
Friday.
Cool.
Who are you walking to school with, bro?
Okay, cool.
It's me.
Yes, but
It's Liverpool.
hold
Yeah,
on.
that's who it
If
is.
we're talking
Not
domestics,
no holiday romance,
if we're
brethren.
talking domestics, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup count as the domestics. Is that not in England?
What?
Is that in England? Right. So who are we walking to school with in the Carabao Cup? Who are we
No,
walking to school
your
with in the FA
domestics
Cup?
is
Not
38
you.
games,
Not
bro.
you, bro.
No, I'm not talking
Not
about.
you.
Now, here's another one, yeah? Watch this
Go
one.
on.
I'm not
Make
talking
it make
about your
sense.
nights out in Manchester.
No.
I'm not talking about nights out, going out for a night out in Liverpool. That's your domestic of like the cups, yeah? The
Nah.
cups is when you go for a night out in England.
It's true.
Yeah? Oh, we go and
Watch
do
your
that.
everyday
We see what
routine.
happens at that night out. We might go out in Leeds next. I'm talking about school, yeah? College, work, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. It's me
Carpool.
and it's you. Your bread and butter.
Okay.
38 games, brother. That's who you're with.
Can we at least say that you have extra tutors, teaching assistants, and
more
all
time,
sorts of
more
more
time to revise,
And
yeah.
you get Wednesdays
And
and Tuesdays
maybe
off
you're
as well,
sitting in
lads.
the lower paper as well. Can we say in maths you're probably sitting in the lower paper?
No. Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why?
The higher
Do you know why you
paper.
can't say that?
You said your
I'm glad.
foundation.
Hold on.
I'm glad you said
We
that.
might
It's
still
your
both get
foundation
C's,
No.
maths.
but I'm on the
No.
higher paper. You're in the
No.
lower paper. I'm in set 3.
No, because you
and
can't
you're in
win the
set
league.
4.
You can't win the league.
You're in set 4, bro.
No.
You're in
Bro,
set 4. We're in set 3.
I used to work with Pearson and EdXL. I will tell you this right now. When you sit the lower paper, the highest you can get is
Is
the
a
C.
C.
Yeah.
But
We could-
you can't achieve an A.
But we can still get a
and
B.
neither can I.
We could get a B, no?
Why?
We might get a B.
I'm above you in the league.
Anyway, let me get
Exactly.
super chats.
Also, that's really nasty because someone must
Dean
take foundation.
Conte,
Okay, I took foundation as
13-6-8.
well.
No, we're intermediate.
Dean Conte 13-6-8 says,
higher.
from Sierra Leone, but watching from Arizona, USA. Glory, glory, United. Well done to you, bro. Thanks for joining the show. Chicken Yuki says, the fact that City still have a chance at this is god-awful league tells us how great the league really is. Also, Flex, who's the second best BB greatest player of all time, with Michael Jordan being number 1?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball
God,
player.
bad
No,
Michael,
LeBron
are
James
you?
is number one.
God, clean your minds up.
LeBron James is number one.
Just say basketball. Ed from says, hate for Gyökeres is from fans who don't understand Arteta's system. At Arsenal, every player tracks back and defends. Salah, Haaland, Isak don't defend. Arsenal's forward do. Our system isn't based on one player scoring 20 plus a season.
right.
None of them
Okay.
score
All
20
right.
plus a season.
All right.
None of them do. What are you
Okay.
talking about, lads?
JJ
All
says,
right. Cool. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Okay.
I know Arsenal fans that don't like Gyökeres myself, lad. There's a few
Honestly.
in
Loads
this
of them.
studio.
God, there's
Multiplying.
there's
loads.
They're
Genuinely?
duplicating,
That's
tripling.
mad.
But they do not like Gyökeres right now. Don't
That's
try and let
mad.
them lie to
I
you.
know managers who don't like their club. Right, JJ says the Premier League.
I'm leaving. That was heavy. That one.
That was not.
That was foul. That one.
That was foul.
Oh,
shocking.
JJ says the Premier League is the toughest league. 5 teams in the Champions League top 8. Gyökeres has 12 goal GA in 29 games. Isak 12 GA in 27 games in the season. Patience. Luis Yap says, Abbi, if you're looking for a new manager, there's one available. If you don't mind suffering and changing to a back 3.
They got back through already, so you've ready
I don't need to suffer anymore. Thanks.
International says, when's enemies? Need to see you cooked like your team. That's tomorrow. I will be cooked.
I can't wait.
Uh,
I feel like
Did you
I'm,
apologise on that show?
he's on the chair.
I
feel like
See, you made me miss it. All right, it's back.
I honestly
again.
feel like coming in just
Right,
to watch that live.
United beat Arsenal and
Yeah.
City instead of throwing games, says Mavalon. Okay. Random man says, Abbi proving Robbie's point, trying to justify her mocking of Saka. Every fan base mocks injuries. It's wrong, but stop virtue signalling.
We're not actually mocking him while he's injured. We're saying that Saka limps regardless.
Which he
Glorified
does.
says, my cheeks and Scabby want Leeds to win for the Premier League product, but are happy to see City win it for the 8th time in 10 years.
City.
Would it be 8th time in 10 years?
City.
They won 4 in a row.
10 years?
It's so easy just to boil piss.
You've not
in the
done it.
comments,
Liverpool have only done it.
It makes me laugh. The more they hate, the more I
What,
just.
Might be true,
9
you know.
and 10, did you say?
10.
8th time in 10 years.
Yeah, that's right.
And the only team that stopped him.
domination.
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
Who's
Yeah.
the
I
only
thought you
team
said
that's-
9 and 10. sorry.
Glorified.
Who's the other team that's won it 2 times?
Honest Slot knew the answer to that.
Slot.
She-
Slot.
Slot, yeah.
Abby,
Slot.
happy to lose to see City in a relegation. Happy to lose to City in a relegation fight.
Oh, you lot said we're not really in the relegation fight yet, so
you are.
mind your business.
That's why Spurs are a banter club. Their fans are losers, says Michael.
We've got so many reasons why we're a banter club, guys. Do you know what? There was the best video. I think I put it in our group chat last week. The guy, I think his name was Barnaby, someone, and he basically did a comp of all the most ridiculous things that Tottenham have done over the years, and it's mad when you look back. Like
Lasagna.
Lasagna was in it. Losing to a team that's manager was in prison. There were so many. You should watch it.
What
Just
team was that you lost to?
It was in Europe, wasn't
that was.
Oh yeah, that was
oh my god, what was it
Europa
called?
League, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was such a good video. I think his name was Barnaby something, and it was elite.
Europa League.
Oh yeah, when Conte forfeited it
Why was
basically
that again?
because he couldn't be asked being it.
Nah, there must have been. You couldn't just say I didn't want to do it.
No, he just couldn't be
Was
asked.
it ineligible? Or there was players that. Why is it Spurs couldn't play in that? Remember,
Because they're COVID. Because we said that we all had COVID.
Yeah,
or
no,
something.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you couldn't field the team.
Yeah, it was such a good video.
Peekaboo says, my style of football, the reason why Gyökeres can't score. And Rimos says, talk about the possibility of Jose knocking Arsenal off. I think you already sent that super chat, mate. We have reached the end of the show today. Don't forget what I was speaking about earlier on. AGT is in Bangkok at the moment to take part in the $10 million swing. A whole competition with some big ex-footballers, players. DR Sports is partnering with Icons and offering free fans a chance to win $1 million each. Just choose which one of the iconic players or AGT you think will score a hole-in-one. If they do that, you could be winning $1 million. So the link is in the description below, or you can scan the QR code. Also, you can watch the whole thing. It's going to be live on DR Sports Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Live here. Saturday at 8:30 a.m. AGT's over there at the moment, living his best life. And if he gets that hole in one, he will be living a really, really good life.
Have you
Do you know
any
what's so
back them
funny?
yet?
Do you remember when he was saying
He wouldn't give us any money.
he wouldn't give us he wouldn't give us no money, but then now you're thinking about it and it's like actually I want to put that to the test.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
If you
saying?
just
1
back
million.
it, no, but if
Do you
you
know
just
he
back it,
actually
you get $1
said
million
that?
anyway. So it's like,
Yeah.
But he actually said to us, we all said, like, if we all won loads of money, like, would we give some to all of us? And we were all like, yeah. And he went, no.
Let's see if he can
he didn't
do
say
it.
that to me.
There
Like,
was one game there's one final game real quick that I actually forgot. It's Monday night, Sunderland versus Burnley. Sunderland or Burnley?
Sunderland.
2-1.
Dropping off a little bit.
They are. But I think they'll win at home. They're still strong. 2-1 Sunderland.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
2-1.
2-0. Sunderland, the only team, after our loss to you guys last week, the only team unbeaten at home, Sunderland. So, tough place to go to.
Good team.
All right, listen, guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Matisse. Thank you to Doyle. Thank you. I just got what you said. Thank you to Abbi. Good luck to you. And thank you.
Good luck to you.
Godspeed.
Thank you to Flex.
No.
And thank you especially to you guys for watching today. We will be back on Monday. So
know.
make sure you check us out here on DR Sports. And again, don't forget, check out AGT, 8:30 a.m. Come on, AGT. We are all backing you. Yeah. Win that million.
Banter, I'm not.
I'm back here in Bangkok, baby, for the Icon Series. Look behind me. These are the legends that are squaring up to win the $10 million hole-in-one 177-yard par 3. I am partaking in it. If you vote for me to do it, and I do it somehow, been practicing, obviously, not that well, then you could win $1 million. Time to stripe one down the middle of the fairway, hole 1, 32 degrees. Let's have a look. No talking. Oh, you. Yeah, I missed that one. It's alright, we got this one. Shut up, Hass. Back, forward. Hass, I'm being serious. Stop saying that because it's practice shots. It's hot. That'll do. Yeah, it's like a quicksand. Yeah, delete that bit, mate. Right, so with this one, what I'm aiming to do, whether I actually do it is different, right? But why are you laughing?